production. Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Sir Yeetus, episode 59 of Yeetus's Thoughts. And today I decided to do a chill stream. I haven't done a chill stream in almost a month. And today is Super Bowl day, right? So I already know I have to go to a friend's house just to watch it. So definitely going to be there for the wings. I do love me some wings. Speaking of wings, hey, do you guys like the drums or the flats? I know it's a random question, but I want to know you guys' opinion. Do you like the drums or the flats? I need to know. I'm a flats guy. I don't know why. I like flats more than drumsticks. Drums, drums. How dare you? Nice plan. Oh man, I was gonna do part two of the Twilight Zone, but I haven't done enough research yet. I had to keep reading on what's going on around the world politically, so I don't give you guys some BS information like CNN. I want to make sure that my facts are straight for the most part. Okay, I don't mind being wrong, but I would like to be mostly right. Oh man, but for the time being, I'm like, you know what? Let's just take a chill pill and we'll just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And based on the poll, I see that you guys want to talk about women have no remorse and it's crucial to go your own way now. But Arthur Herman made a good point. There's not too many people in the space that we're in that talks about fitness. So I might as well get that out the way and talk about fitness first. Because I do believe fitness is top priority for a man. Regardless if he's going his own way or not, regardless if he's red pill or not. You need to be fit, especially in times of today on things may pop off at any time. You need to be fit and ready to go. Okay. I'm gonna see if Island Herman wants to join in on this conversation. That's not a proper question, Sir Yeetus. The proper question is, do you like pineapple on pizza? Whoever likes pineapple on pizza, I just assume that they're soy boys. I don't get why people like pineapple on pizza. It makes no sense to me. Maybe if you're from Hawaii, I guess, but no, I personally believe pineapple do not belong on pizza. Oh no, not at all. Everything else is fine besides fruits or something sweet on pineapples. I mean, on a pizza. You can't be having fruits on a pizza. That makes no sense. No. You I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying I would just assume. Okay, you could be cool, but I just don't get how. I don't get how pineapple on pizza tastes good. I don't know. Just a random guy. What kind of pizza you're getting? What the hell? What do you mean chocolate border and pizza? What the fuck? What is that? Young Buddha, Yeetus, you're hey, Young Buddha. I'm about to call you out because the uh the youngins, the Gen Zs, they tend to spell your wrong more and more every day. That's not how you spell your in this context. Got to work on that. You're a shroomphobe and a pineapple phobe? Yes, I am both. I do not like mushrooms in general when it comes to consumption. And I definitely do not like pineapple on pizza. I like pineapple, just not on pizza. I know. Sir Eudes has his own opinions. Oh shit. Oh, we need a revolt. Mutiny. But we're gonna add people right now so we can start this conversation. Either Herman, what's going on?
Yo, what up?
What
I know
is
I
going
seen
on?
the poll and I'm like, these fuckers are not going to pick fitness. And this is something we really need to talk about in the space because it gets left out a lot.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. I definitely agree. We're also gonna add Gray.
Yo, yo. Hello, Warband.
What up,
What
Gray?
is going on? And we have one more, but I won't add him until we're done with this particular topic. So Island Herman, you said you want to talk about fitness, right? And you're the fitness guy that I know
Yep.
of. What do you want to say to the warband? Like, what's your stance on fitness when it comes to men?
Well, I actually have a slight background in fitness. I work at a gym, so I know what I'm talking about. I basically, I guess you could say I'm a bodybuilder. I don't compete or nothing, but I go like fucking 6 days a week. I'm helping people in the Discord get in shape. I'm helping people lose weight, gain weight. Like, I got this shit down to like a science almost. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And fitness is extremely important, especially with what's probably coming in the future. You want to be as fit as you possibly can.
Yes, man, 1,000,000%. Because I've been through those type of situations where being fit will may or may not save your life. Um, Gray, what is your stance on men and fitness?
Well, I'm absolutely with Hermit on this. It's beyond important, especially considering all the chemical benefits. Because if you're exercising more, especially your larger muscle groups like your thighs, chest, abdomen, like you're going to increase your testosterone output naturally. So,
Yep.
Exactly. You don't need the juice to get fit, to get shredded.
Nope.
Okay.
You're better off unless you're competing in bodybuilding or like powerlifting on a professional level. Just stay drug free. It ain't worth it, guys. I had a dude at my gym. He was like 58. He was one of the trainers. Good friend of mine. He was abusing the juice and fucking he died in the gym. I actually had to help the EMS carry in the stretcher because, like, your heart is a muscle too. So your heart will grow if you're abusing those substances.
And when the heart grows, does that mean that your arteries in the heart like constricts or something like that? Because
Well,
it's
your
like
your heart grows, and that's one thing you definitely don't want to grow. You want it to stay relatively the same size. I don't know all the science behind it, but I just know your heart's a muscle. If you abuse the juice, that grows too, and it literally will take years off your life.
I
Like
do
that's
know
why,
that your heart growing because it can grow 3 times the size. I think it
yeah,
was.
I'm pretty sure
And
that's how Rich Piana died. He was doing all sorts of shit, and then like other recreational drugs on top of that. And I think he was like in his 50s or something when he died. Like a lot of
yeah,
these guys that abuse the juice don't even make it to 60 if they're going hardcore with it.
but I still have respect for Rich Piana though.
Yeah,
At
like
least he was honest about it.
how I look at it, it's your body. Do what the fuck you want with it. If you're gonna be honest, cool. Like, we got a lot of these guys on YouTube where they're all on all kinds of shit and they're like, buy my program. Even they're like the equivalent to like the grifters in the manosphere, but they're like on juice, lying to people, saying that they're natty, trying to get you to buy their programs. Just like if you're on some shit, say you're on some shit. If you're not, fucking, be honest.
Yeah, and see that's what irks me though. Person that lies about it when he's obviously not natural, and he will like fight to the death, telling you that he's natural. Like,
Yep.
bro, it is not normal to be 5% body fat. No, that's not normal at all.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I experimented with some shit for like 6 months when I was 22. I got off of it and I haven't really fucked with it since. I was dating a dumb bitch that had a bunch of money and I'm like, hey, you wanna buy me some stuff?
Yeah, and it's not personally like what Island Herman said. Unless you're performing on a professional level, it's not worth it whatsoever. Okay, because those type of people, like Mr. Olympia, the Arnold Classic, strongest man, they're willing to die for this sport.
Yep. Well, like Rich Piana said, whatever it takes, he didn't give a fuck if he died. Like, I kind of got that mentality now, like, whatever it takes, but I'm not willing to put the drugs in my body. Because, like, at that point, you have to kind of do it forever. Because, like, once you get off, you're going to lose most of your gains.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, like, somebody like, what's his name? Ronnie Coleman, okay? He destroyed his body for the sport. I don't know if he's on the juice or not. I'm assuming he was.
Oh, he is. He is. All these guys that are going on a professional level are using it.
Yeah, but regardless, which I understand where he's coming from, because when he was in the interview saying, hey, do you regret putting your body through all that damage and you can't even walk anymore or something like that? And he's like, no. I'm an 8-time Mr. Olympia champion. I'm the greatest there is. See,
well, yeah,
him being on his purpose so fucking hard. His legacy, his legacy is gonna live on way beyond when he passes away, and that is not only important to Ronnie Coleman, but in my opinion, it's important to countless men out there to leave something behind that people can be proud of and look up to. Okay.
Well, one more thing, like if you get on it and shit pops off, this isn't The Last of Us 2. You are not going to get access to that stuff quickly and easily.
Exactly. So you guys need to understand, you could do it. I'm not saying you can't take the juice, but you got to understand there's consequences, okay? We ain't these females out here blaming everybody left and right because of what we did to ourselves. If you decide to do it, fine, but you need to accept the consequences that may come to you. Okay,
right.
But that's just for the juice, okay? Because the juice is something that, how you say, is fatal or high percentage. It could be fatal, but everything else, right? Let's say you're working natural. See, I don't like excuses of people not going to the gym or not even working out on their own. What, you got 24 hours in a day. You're not busy like a CEO. You're not busy like a celebrity. You're not busy like, people that have high profile jobs. So what is stopping you from taking 45 minutes out of your day to do some resistance training, or hell, if you don't have any access to any weights, do some calisthenics? What's stopping you?
Yeah, calisthenics goes a long way. Like personally, where I am, like all the gyms are completely locked down, and even when they were open, they required the hokey pokey. So I ended up buying a whole bunch of free weights and bands too.
I'm a huge fan of calisthenics. I do calisthenics as much as I can. I try to do 100 pull-ups every other day. I do dips, push-ups, squats. Like, you don't really need equipment. Buy a pull-up bar on Amazon. Buy a dip bar. Like, you really don't need a whole lot to get in shape.
Hell, and go to a playground if need be.
Yeah, and people will be like, "Oh, you can't get big on doing calisthenics." Dude, when I was in prison, there's no weights really. Everybody's doing calisthenics, and these guys are bigger than some of the dudes I see at the gym just from doing high volume calisthenics every day.
I agree. And El Said has something to say. Well, to be honest, some really don't have time to work out like extreme time jobs as doctors or during time. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the people that don't have high profile jobs like doctors and stuff.
I don't give a fuck who you are. You can squeeze in.
Even then, doctors go to the gym. I know personally.
Well, there's just people making excuses. You can squeeze in a half hour to 45 minutes to get in the gym. Put down the fucking device and get in there. I work about 9-10 hours every day. I still make it to the gym. You don't have to go as extreme as I do, but you can at least get in 30 to 40 minutes of gym. You can get in a decent calisthenic workout at home in 40 to 45 minutes. And like most people are playing around on their devices and they're fucking off. Like if you just cut 40 minutes of that and replaced it with the gym, you would be far better.
Well, and the other thing is, if you're at your desk, as was mentioned in that comment, I just get a dumbbell, because unless you need both hands to study at all times, you've got a free arm. You can lift.
Yep. I guess what I did when I was still in the military, whenever I am free or nothing's going on when it comes to a current mission or something like that, I literally just get down immediately and do like a minute or two of push-ups. Plus, that helps me stay awake.
Yep.
So, I don't know, man.
Dude,
I don't see many people that actually has legit excuse unless they're actually unable to do workouts because of their medical condition. That's the only way I can see. Hey, okay, I see what we're talking about.
Even then, like my work's usually pretty hard on my back, so like there's some days where I get back home and I can't even lift, like because there's just a lot of nerve damage. But I was like, pull-ups are still doable, dips are still doable, anything that doesn't involve pressure on the spine, and there's quite a number of exercises you can do. Sit-ups, personally, I don't recommend. Leg lifts are a much better alternative to work out the core. Okay. Sit-ups, you tend to only really do your abdominal stuff for the crunches, and then after that, you're just focusing on the hip flexors.
So what about V-ups? You know what V-ups are?
Yeah, I do those sometimes.
Okay. The military does that.
I'm searching real quick.
So pretty much you lie on your back, and then you bring your legs and your upper body. You gotta try to touch your toes, pretty much. You're not gonna really touch your toes. Yeah, it's like a V
shape. They do that in sometimes I'll do the 15-minute ab workout from P90X. I'll go on YouTube, and like every other day I'll do that.
P90X is no fucking joke.
Yeah, I've done it before.
It holds up till this day of how ridiculous P90X is.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I did Insanity before too. I actually did Insanity when I was locked up. So if you didn't get in any trouble and you were on the good boy list, you could go to the gym and there would be a class with one of the dudes. The instructor was like this huge jacked dude that was doing life. And then you had everybody lined up and we were all doing Insanity.
It's horrible. And the fact that when did Insanity came out when I was in middle school.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2006, 2007, I think around there. And I was lean and mean back in high school. I did the Insanity workout in my senior year of high school. All right. And that's when my testosterone is fucking going crazy, right? I'm feeling it. And I struggled with Insanity.
Yeah, Insanity is good for if you want to get your cardio up, if you want to be quick, you want to be good at sprinting and jumping and shit. But if you're trying to gain mass, it's not really that good because they say on average you burn 1,000 calories for one of those workouts. So say you did one of those workouts and then you did a lifting regimen, you'd have to replace those calories. So
yeah, I wasn't even that big back in senior year of high school. I was just those guys that had lean muscle,
yeah,
that was my build back then, and it's not. I'm telling you, chat, it's not easy. I hate people. Okay, here's my biggest pet peeve when it comes to working out. Okay, it irks me at times when people think there's a shortcut.
Nope.
No.
It irks me. They fall for the most simplest of scams. Take this pill and you will shred body fat in 1 month, or just do my workout on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Give it 2 weeks and you will lose 20 pounds. Really? What do you have to say about that, Hermit?
Well, here's the thing. If you're a young guy and you're a new lifter, you might fall for that stuff because there's so much misinformation when it comes to getting in shape. like people, I'll like share what I'm eating in a day with people, and they'll see like something that really isn't necessarily healthy, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you couldn't eat that," and then I'm like, "No, if it's all about calories in versus calories out." Like, for example, to maintain my current body weight, I have to eat 3,000 calories per day. So if I want to lose a pound a week, I got to eat 2,500, and it does not really matter what you can like fit Pop Tarts or like a slice of pizza. Like, what I recommend is 80% of your diet should be clean foods. And then if you want to like sneak in that slice of pizza or that donut or that Pop Tart, go ahead and do it, because at the end of the day, it's the laws of thermodynamics. It's all calories in versus calories out.
Just don't complain. Like, oh, why am I not losing weight, man? I don't know what's going on. Only had 6-7 donuts.
Well, yeah, if you go like have like 10 fucking donuts, obviously not, but like every once in a while I'll get like a donut from Tim Hortons and they're like 200 calories. Like 200 calories, as long as you fit it into your meal plan, is not going to make you fucking gain weight.
That is true. And Gray,
Like,
what is your stance of people, or people in general, men or women, thinking that there's shortcuts to getting fit?
They want to believe it, plain and simple. Like hard work and discipline, they're not appealing. They're ugly. No one wants to admit that that is the secret to success. They want it now, and if they have to pay a little bit of extra money to get it, they're going to do it. But at the end of the day, they want to believe it, and that's why there will always be people who fall for this kind of stuff.
They don't want to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning every day. They don't want to go do that cardio out there early in the morning where there's barely any sunlight. They don't want to eat the not so tasty foods that are very nutritious, packed with vitamins and minerals, because it doesn't bring up their dopamine when it comes to eating junk food like fried chicken and what else, freaking hot Cheetos and all that stuff. Just eating that every freaking day. But they had the audacity to go and complain. Oh, I can't lose weight. Oh, you're fat phobic.
dude, I hate trying to fucking teach girls how to get in shape. They don't listen worth shit. They always got some kind of excuse like, "Oh, I got a thyroid problem," or
Always
I try. Thyroid. Yeah, dude. Or I'll try to tell them like, "All right, what you should like." Because women should be lifting like guys, but they don't want to do it. They want to be cardio bunnies and just be on the cardio. I'm like, no, you should be doing your squats, your deadlifts. Like, honestly, you should be doing like, for women, I normally try to tell them like, do full body workouts 3 days a week, hit these calories. And they're like, oh, I don't want to go lift the weights. Oh, I'm scared. Like, oh my fucking God. That's why I just don't try to help women.
How are you scared lifting dumbbells, bro?
No, to be fair, like, you remember those that repeating thing from Ribby where all these women are squatting, they throw the barbell over their heads and they end up doing a forward roll because it comes crashing down on them.
The best looking girls at my gym train like power lifters. They do their squats and deadlifts like three days a week. They got tiny waists and they got fat asses. And when I try to explain that to these women, they're just like, I don't wanna. They're just like afraid, and I'm just like, all right, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go help somebody that'll listen.
I don't care if they lift a lot less. Okay, as long as they're fucking lifting. Of course, they're not going to be lifting as much as men.
Yeah,
you know, I don't care if you just do one plate. Just do something.
I don't expect them to be lifting 315 on the bench like me, but like, bitch, at least put some fucking 25s on each side.
But the biggest thing is the diet. That's the biggest thing when it comes to women. They don't want to change their diet. Okay, they expect men to accept her for who she is. Bullshit. Anyway, she just can't put down that wine or that champagne bottle or that margarita, or she can't put down those what's it called? Those Debbie cakes. You know,
entire bucket of Haagen-Dazs.
Seriously, and always eating out with those Uber Eats.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm like,
well,
bro.
They can't cook, so
that's the biggest thing. That is the biggest issue right there. Modern women cannot fucking cook for shit.
I've dated a lot of girls in my day. Not one of these bitches could cook. Like, I dated a girl. She didn't know how to fucking boil ramen noodles. She didn't know how to cook eggs. Like, they're basically retarded when it comes to this, when like their mom should have taught them, but their moms were fucking 304s that didn't know shit either.
Bro, I literally got like, I got quietly mad when a girl was like, "Oh man, like you can cook so well. Oh my god, what is this?" And I'm just cooking a simple chicken Alfredo from a jar. I didn't even do it from scratch. And she's like, "Oh man, you can cook so much." I'm like, "Yeah, your mom failed you. Your mom failed you like a motherfucker." And I don't really want you anymore because I ain't gonna like what Under Chronic said. I don't want no dino nuggets.
Nope.
Yeah, actually, one way to put it is that the more time you spend in the kitchen, the less you have to spend in the gym.
Bingo! Yes, because I know the women that can cook. Because here's the rule. Here's the rule, especially when it comes to the chat. Chat, it is 80% diet, 20% gym. I don't care what nobody else has to say. You need to be able to eat right. How do you eat right? Actually going to the store and being a grocery store and being conscious about what you put inside your body. And women that actually knows how to cook pretty fucking well, they know how important it is when it comes to calories and nutrition. That's why the women that truly knows how to cook, they're not fat fucks. Okay, I'm talking about the young women, like women that can actually still, keep their shape. They're not the fat fucks. They actually know what to put in their bodies, how to cook, how to flavor their food good. Because I will guarantee you, okay, on average, the food that you cook at home has less calories than the shit that you order online for fast food and shit. Okay. Well, what do you say about that?
Yeah, we should probably talk about diet because a lot of guys don't know. Like, all right, so if you want to lose weight, you have to eat less calories than your body burns. Like I gave the example earlier. For me, well, the general rule is you got to eat 500 calories less than your maintenance. So your maintenance calories are the amount of calories you have to eat to maintain your current body weight. So me, I'm about 210. So I have to eat 3,000 calories every day to maintain that body weight. So if you want to lose a pound a week, you got to eat 500 calories less, 2,500. Or
for me,
like
I have to eat 1,900 calories.
1,000.
I'm only 5'8", so I'm not fucking huge.
Huh? You got to eat how many?
Well, 1,900 calories a day if I want to lose weight, because
that sounds pretty low, dude. Are you sure?
I burn 2,400 calories doing nothing.
Yeah, like me, if I want to do like an extreme cut, like a mini cut, I don't know if you guys know what a mini cut is, but it's when you like lower your calories as much as you can to where you can sustainably lose body weight and keep your muscle. I'll go down to 2,000. I do not like to go under 2,000. And if I go down to 2,000 calories a day, I'm losing about 2 pounds a week.
Hey, how tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
And you're 210, right?
Yep.
On top of that, you're 210 of pure muscle.
Well, yeah, mostly. I got like you can't really see my abs right now, but like, yeah, I'm a pretty big dude. Like I lift a lot.
That's a completely big difference for the 5'8" guy.
Yeah.
So the 2,400, unless I actually, like completely focus like I used 2 years ago and work out 2 hours a day, which I don't recommend. I'm talking to the chat. I wouldn't recommend 2 hours a day unless you actually know how to recover. If you don't, work out less hours.
I do about an hour and a half a day. Sometimes it'll go to 2 hours, but mostly my workouts are about an hour and a half.
Well, because, hey, you already know, man. Once you start working out, you just can't stop.
Yeah, like I really, really like to be strong. I don't like to be weak. Like I despise weakness. And
I want to be strong yet agile. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to be, how do I say? I don't want to be bodybuilder strongman, but I want to be, pretty fit. What body can I compare it to?
Bruce Lee?
No, he's well, even though he's beyond fit, don't get me wrong, but I say bigger than that because I think Bruce Lee was only 5 foot five,
Well,
4.
what
I
I
forgot.
say a good physique everybody should strive for that you can get naturally would be Stephen Amell Green Arrow. If you guys don't know who that is, look him up. He's about 190 pounds. He's got good muscle. I believe his workouts are mostly calisthenics, and he's got like a nice lean physique. So
Well, do you know the movie Hobbs and Shaw?
I don't think so.
It's a Fast and Furious installation.
I haven't.
No?
Oh, is it the one where the guy's got like superpowers or whatever?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about now.
well, do you know the British guy, the bald guy, one of the main
Yeah,
characters?
Jason Statham.
Yeah, that's the ideal body type that I would like to have. You know,
I wonder how much he weighs.
I'm gonna have to look it up because he's the ideal body type. Yeah, if you saw how he was, at least in his prime or whatever, I haven't seen his pictures recently. He's pretty muscular. He's pretty fit, but he's not like ooga booga fit like
Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh yeah, like you're not getting like Dwayne the Rock Johnson naturally. That dude's on all kinds of shit.
But hey, you know, him being the son of Rocky Johnson, his genes definitely show.
Yeah.
You know who Rocky Johnson is, right?
Yeah, he was a wrestler too, right?
Yeah, you know that's why people still argue. Oh, is Dwayne is Dwayne Johnson the first black champion?
I think he's Hawaiian.
He's half Samoan, half black.
Yeah, and Samoans get big as fuck, dude. It's funny because so I plan on moving to Hawaii. My dad always tells me I'm gonna get beat up by Samoans.
Well, as long as you. That would be a very unfortunate situation because Samoans are strong as fuck.
Yeah, fuck it. I've gotten my ass whooped before.
But yeah, if you've seen his dad Rocky, you know he's all black, and he's a fucking tank. Rocky Johnson. Look up his name, chat. If you don't know who he is, Rocky Johnson. He was a beast, and on top of that, he had the genes of who's this other famous wrestler, Chief. Peter, I forgot his name was. I have to look it up. But Samoan Chief, like a legit Samoan Chief, he was big as hell too. So, you know, even though he's old age now, right, and he's taking all these, you know, juices, his genes definitely help with his.
I wonder why Samoan guys are so big. All Samoans I see are fucking like 6+, like 6'6", fucking 200 pounds to rip your fucking head off like a gorilla. Like I wonder how the fuck like their genes got like that.
I've only had a couple of Samoans that I met that are like normal sized.
I never seen one that was normal size.
Could be just like historical pressures. Like you needed to be big and strong to like, get by for quite a while. And also, if it's like an abundance of food as well. Like if you've got an abundance of calories in your environment, then you can afford to be that much bigger. Whereas, like if you have to deal with winter, then you know not having to eat as many calories might actually be beneficial for survival.
But I'm gonna keep it real. I'd much rather not fight Samoan.
Yeah, same.
I had a Samoan drill sergeant.
Oh man,
like that motherfucker was huge. I'm like, what the? Are you The Rock's cousin? What the? and he was witty too. Oh, he was very witty. I'm like, damn, like he has to be related to The Rock. And he's
always just picture you doing your pull-ups while he's fucking yelling at you and shit.
Dude, and see that's the scary part. He doesn't yell until he's like if you piss him off, you did something wrong. And after that, you can't do nothing besides take it. There's only one soldier I remember when we were going to the chow hall that tried him, and wow, I've never seen him that. He's like, swing, I fucking dare you, swing. And that dude was like 6'4", the Samoan drill sergeant, and just pure like, it's nothing but air and opportunity in this motherfucker. Swing, do it right now. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, hey, like, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. But of course he wasn't gonna do it. So that dude took it like a little bitch he was. Like, don't see. Okay, chat. I understand that you try to defend your honor as a man, okay, but you need to pick your battles, okay. You're not the biggest and baddest motherfucker on the planet. There's always somebody bigger and badder than you. It is what it is. There's no shame in not wanting to engage with that person, knowing that you're going to fucking lose. All right. I know the great equalizer is a gun. Yeah, whoopie doo. But when you don't have it, why would you put yourself in a dangerous situation like that? Why? Oh, you can't disrespect me. I'm a grown ass man. Yeah, why he smacks you around like you're that freshman in high school? Like it makes no. Would you guys agree with me, Island Hermit? Like, would you guys agree with me? Sometimes men, that's our issue. Okay, we always think that, oh, I'm big and bad, I can do whatever I want, until they meet a bigger and badder person.
Well, like for me, I kind of just like mind my own business and stay to myself. I'm definitely not afraid to fight somebody, but like here's the thing. I'm more afraid of going to jail for whooping that dude's ass, or say even if I get my ass whooped, because you're probably gonna go to jail because we live in this soft bonobo society, and I ain't trying to go to jail. That shit sucks.
But do you agree? There's always somebody bigger and badder
Oh
than
yeah,
you.
yeah. There's always, no matter how much you train, no matter what you do, there's always going to be somebody bigger and stronger than you that will be able to put you on your ass.
Choice. I'm not saying don't fight. Fight if you have no choice. But if you have the choice, don't be fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Like,
well, and the thing is, even if someone bigger and stronger, that's not always the determiner of combat. Like between two people who are using equal tactics.
No, for sure. Like, oh shit. I know who this guy is. I know what he's capable of.
Oh yeah, no, like
of course, I'm talking about like take the guns away, take the equalizers away, and it's just you and him hand to hand.
Well, even then, like you've got guys who are weaker but have extended combat experience, so like even with less muscle mass and less height, they can still win in a straight up fight.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah. If you think you can take them, go for it.
There's a video.
If you know the motherfucker is bigger and stronger than you, don't do something stupid out of pride.
Yeah.
Don't do something stupid. Think like, oh, I'm a man. You're a man too. We're gonna duke it out. Even though you clearly can take me out based on your experience and strength and all that stuff. Fuck that. Like, that's a big issue, especially in the black community. That's a very big issue in the black community. They always think they're big and bad until they meet somebody bigger and badder, and they still think they can take them on. And then it's game over. They got brain damage, or they're literally dead.
Now, what annoys me is when someone who is like accustomed to being bigger and stronger starts to instigate stuff over pride, and is like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I actually got a story. So when I was locked up, there was this black kid. He was messing with this kid. He was kind of like special. This was when I was in the county jail, and he was picking on this kid who he was special. He was in there for like fucking trespassing or something, and he really had no family. His bail was like $300, and he kept picking on this kid. And this huge it was like this big Jewish kid named Kenny. He fucking beat the shit out of that black kid. Because, like, why are you picking on people that are special? Like, leave them alone.
Yeah, exactly. It is not that, in my opinion, it's not that serious. It's not that serious that, even though that person can fuck you up, don't be that prideful motherfucker and try to go in head first anyway. Like, don't do it. Plenty of men lost their lives over that. Plenty. Because they're just like overloaded with testosterone that day or something. I don't know. But you need to pick your battles. I don't give a fuck. You need to pick your battles. There's no shame in not fighting somebody. If you have no choice, do it. But if you do have a choice, you better pick wisely.
Well, yeah, you want to be like a warrior in a garden. Don't go looking for it, but if it comes to your doorstep, you want to be able to handle yourself.
Exactly. And that's all I'm saying. No, if the problem comes to you, definitely handle it to the best of your ability. Like, do what you got to do. But if you cross at a person and let's say you shoulder check a guy that's clearly in better position to fight, why would you confront the person and risk your own health and life? Like, why would you do that?
Well, I think
that's a lot of men's problems.
Well, and that's the thing. I think part of that is because we live in a bit of a soft society,
right,
that men are accustomed to that because they think, oh, like if I get injured or fuck up, like that's not the end of it. Like I can go heal up. I can go to the hospital. I can get bandaged. I can afford to be laid up for 6 weeks while a bone heals. Yeah. The wild, no. That like in the wild, you can win a fight, but lose badly enough that you're gonna fucking die anyway.
I agree. When it comes to out there, especially when shit hits the fan, and even before that, men know to this day, at least masculine men, know that there's an underlying threat of violence at any time. Why do you think, women, they're so easy to confront a 300-pound Samoan, like what's his name said? Well, why do you think they're so easy to go up in his face like she's a grown-ass man? But
because she knows he won't do nothing.
But a man will have a completely different approach. Because neither person wants to get hurt, right? Like neither man wants to get hurt if there's a confrontation. So men are way more diplomatic than women because potentially both sides will lose. You guys get what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Like, you get into an unnecessary fight. If there's a necessary fight, congratulations. You're now entering at a weaker state.
Right.
And also, you hear stories where, like, two people get into a fight. Like, I've seen one, like, a few years ago. This guy punched this dude. He falls, hits the ground, bashes his head on the concrete, and now that guy is going away for murder when it was just supposed to be, like, a brawl where you walk away from.
That's another reason, yes. Prison is definitely a big factor on why men are very hesitant.
That's why I'm hesitant. I ain't going back. I've been there, dude. The shit was fucking hell on earth. It sucked.
Because worse comes to worse, and Eileen Herman can back up on that. The worst you'll get was an involuntary manslaughter. If you
like 10 years.
Yeah, unless you can prove, and the jury and them, they ain't a bitch. If you can prove that it was legit out of self-defense because you were in imminent danger, they're willing to throw you away for a decade, like Eileen Herman said.
Yep. Like I said, that's the main reason why today I try not to get in fights, because like back when our fathers were growing up, you could get into a fight, the police would just break it up, tell you to go home. Now, both of you are most likely going to jail, so it just ain't worth it.
I think my generation, around people my age, we were the last people that actually fought, like actually dealt with shit in person.
Yeah,
that doesn't really happen as common anymore. And we were able to shake hands right after. yeah, I know. Yeah, chat, that actually happens.
Yep.
We were able to shake hands after the fight. Hell, one time I was able to get a beer for the guy because he socked me pretty good. I was like, shit, he got a mean left hook.
You notice how men can do that, but women don't? Like, women will just hold grudges and hate each other and continue to start petty bullshit with each other and start rumors and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, man, it's been over 10 years that I know of, and these two girls that I knew back in school, they still don't like each other. over something that happened over a decade ago.
Well,
Yeah.
like, to be fair, that makes sense. Like, men, when you recognize, okay, this guy is strong, there's more benefit to having him on my side than against it. With the women, like, they are always in competition. Like, there's never any benefit to a woman allying with another woman.
Yeah, that's why the Al Bundy quote will always be my favorite. Women understand women and they hate each other.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
Well, it's like anytime. So I work in a machine shop, and anytime we get like two girls that are fairly decent looking, they always fucking hate each other. And the only thing I can think of is because the other girl is competition, and they're like competing for the men in the shop. So
Yeah, and in the shop, corporate, in the military, literally, there's men outnumber women in the military like what, fucking 50-1, probably even more. But you already know, women in general, they're only gonna go after the Chads and Tyrones, right? So that narrows a lot of the shit down. Okay.
Well, they couldn't even come to an agreement if it was like, okay, you take that one, I take that one. No, they both want access to all the options.
Exactly. Especially when they're not even interested with all these average soldiers, right? They just want to be the center of attention. They want to be Queen Bee.
yep, we're us guys. We really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we don't give a shit whatsoever.
Yeah, so long as we can do what we want, we don't care.
Like we don't give a shit. But you already know. See, this is why I constantly tell men, millions of years of evolution will not be canceled off of a 100-year social construct. Okay, biology is biology. Really? Like, don't listen to what these modern women say. Watch their actions. They were always going to try to go for Pookie and Ray Ray. They were always going to go for Chad and Tyrone. Okay? And if you're not up there in those categories at the moment, if you're not up there, you're invisible to her.
And like, here's one thing that pisses me off about like the incels. Yeah, if you're like a sub 5, you're basically Ricky Burwick, you're fucked. But most of them are just average guys. And if they just got their ass in the fucking gym and put in the work, they could fucking get a decent amount of girls. Yeah, are you going to be able to get every girl you want? No, but like your pee-pee won't be dry anymore.
Okay. I agree with that one.
For real though, like these guys are always crying, like, "Oh, my pee-pee's so dry." Did you go to the gym today? No, I don't want. Well, your pee-pee is going to continue to be dry. Stop your fucking crying.
How's your finances? Are your finances together? You don't have to be
Yep.
rich. You just need to be well off. That finances isn't an issue.
Well, here's the thing with me. I make about like 50,000 a year. I'm totally happy with it. I'm a MGTOW, I'm a minimalist. My bank account is stacked because my cost of living is cheap. What for me, how I get the girls is like the way I look. They see me, I'm all tatted up. I got big arms, and that's normally how I could get the girls. Now, if I was average body and I made that amount of money, I probably wouldn't have luck. But they see me, and I kind of got the bad boy look that they go after. So I kind of cheat the system where I don't need necessarily $100,000 a year. Now, if they knew I had $50,000 a year and I was a minimalist, they'd probably just like jump on the D for a day and then go. But you can like bypass things if you just get your looks up and hit the gym.
Yeah, if your looks is on point, then they don't care if you're a fucking bum. They don't care.
If your looks are good enough, they don't care if you're in prison. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
Dude,
that's a big thing.
this is how fucked up it is. Like when I was about to get out of prison, guys were telling me like, I don't know what it is, but when you get out, you get so much fucking pussy. It's unreal. And they're like, I can't explain it, but it just happens. Dude, when I got out, girls could just like smell that shit, and they were fucking all over me for like 6 months, dude. It just like they sense it.
And here's the biggest example, okay? The murderer, Chris Watts, is the one that yeeted his whole family, including his pregnant wife. And he, till this day, still gets hundreds and hundreds of mail of women writing him love letters and provocative photos. He's a murderer.
Yep.
Think about that, Chad.
Well, it's like back when I was getting in trouble all the time. I had so many girls I didn't know what to do with. And now that I'm on the right path, I got my record clean. I'm working. I'm stacking my cash. I don't get as many women as I did as back when I was basically a piece of shit. It makes no fucking sense at all.
From a male perspective. But.
Yeah.
You know, so that's all you need to know, gentlemen, that how you going to deny the proof? You know, how much proof do you need? Women do not like nice guys until they
hate
hit
them.
the wall at the speed of light.
Well, I think it's not that they even like them when they hit the wall. It's just necessity makes it so that they're willing to tolerate.
They just settle.
They'll settle for They'll settle for the night.
They'll still cheat on you with Chad and Tyrone behind your back and let you pay the bills, though.
That's the biggest thing, paying bills. I agree. Yeah, that's all they want from these nice guys is paying the bills.
But hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go get my clothes out of the dryer. Give me like a minute, so I'm gonna stay on.
All right, it's all good. Meanwhile, I'm gonna add Lord Pepsi. Lord Pepsi, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Warband? How y'all doing?
We are doing phenomenal. We're just gonna be talking about some random shit today because today's Super Bowl, and I might have to go over to family soon and eat up all their food. What do you think about our conversation so far? Like, what do you wanna say?
That's some good stuff. There's a lot of us different body types, different dietary needs. I have back kidneys, so I can't really bulk up even if I want to. I'm tall and have that slender look, so I just kind of keep with that. But
you're tall. That's all that matters to today's women. So yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying, that's a big factor.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, just having that caloric deficit, just kind of having a well-balanced meal. A lot of people, I truly believe a lot of people know the best way or like a proper diet, eating healthy, so to speak. But, after I see all these people after the club going through the drive-thrus, just getting their Del Taco, their McDonald's, and it's like, nah, that's the easy way the easy way out that they're taking.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying you can't get the McDonald's or the tacos and stuff, but did you hit the gym today? Did you take your vitamins? Did you do your cardio? No? Then why the fuck are you in the drive-thru right now?
And I was reminiscing. I had like a moment of clarity or something. Like, what's it called? There's a word for it, but if like the top 20% chads that women pursue and look up to, they kind of keep quiet and enjoy the game as it is because they're enjoying it, right?
Oh, they're winning.
Yeah, so it's like, but if like let's say some of us 20%, like if we include ourselves in that, and we stand up a bit and say, hey, wait a minute, what's going on here, and try to put our critique to it, and next thing you know, the women's are going to be like, oh shit, Chad's like,
Lord Pepsi, is this the word? Epiphany?
Yeah. So that's one of the thank you. I'm seeing the chat right now. And if you have like a strong male leader, like let's say the Rock, right? He's kind of being a mealy mouth right now, saying, "Oh, why support Rogan? Kind of not, blah blah blah. I got to protect myself." But if he came out saying, "You know what? What if we made women better? Make them great again, or whatever phrase you want to say." And next thing you know, women would be like, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe we should try to get a good guy, actually."
You know what? Since you say that, they would probably work out for The Rock because he's 0.001%.
Well,
I can see that happening.
Now, there's variations.
Some of them, maybe.
Some, yeah, not all.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, yeah, because The Rock could have status, but I mean, there's you'd be surprised. Like, it's not it's to each their own. Basically, we have our different tastes in men and women, and whatnot, and culture, style, and I mean, he's not a metalhead, but then to some metal chicks can be like, nah, he's annoying.
Well, okay, I do see where you're coming from. I do see it, but so how do you? And this is gonna be a question for everybody, but I'm gonna start with Lord Pepsi. How do you feel about this fat phobic bullshit going around?
What?
Oh.
I've had I've had my few of the lifetime whales. Well, not even whales, but like the 4 or 3 where I'm like not too proud of. But hey, after 20 plus years of being around or whatnot, but I'm not. I don't know, man. Is this like in relation to body shaming or just being afraid of fat women?
Fat phobic is more so associated with just body shaming.
Yeah, basically, girls like, oh, you don't like fat girls, you're racist.
Well,
yeah, like they basically they took like homophobic or
Stop shaming
Islamophobic
me.
and then just made it about fat. Right?
So
Oh,
you
have
can
an
be 300 pounds and healthy.
God, but
I am straight up fat phobic. Yes.
Yep.
No, and that's even the thing. Like, you could be 300 pounds and in shape. It's like, motherfucker, 300 pounds you're carrying around is 300 pounds. It could be pure muscle. That's still not really good for you.
Well, I was going to say, unless you're Rich Piana, because I'm pretty sure he was 300 pounds all muscle. But then again, he did die early, too.
Like,
the
that's
closest I
thing,
can think of is sumo wrestlers, even though they weren't healthy.
I'd still say that's unhealthy
per se, but they were athletes.
Well, that's the thing. But like you can be a high weight athlete, you're still damaging your body. Right. Not as bad as someone who's 300 pounds of pure lard.
They're doing nothing.
But you're still putting 300 pounds on your knees, on your spine, on your heart.
I agree. I agree. I'm definitely not disagreeing with you at all. It's just when I say sumo wrestlers, because they're the ones that they do eat the healthy shit per se. I forgot what the sumo wrestlers usually eat. What's that?
It was noodles and stuff.
It was some chicken broth with like a bunch of vegetables and stuff.
Ramen?
No, it's a certain name. Hold up. Let me look it up right quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, I just can't believe like we live in a world where like Lizzo's walking around saying she's big and beautiful, even though she's like probably gonna like one Big Mac away from a heart attack.
Oh God!
I'd be surprised if she makes it.
They say that sumo wrestlers are actually healthy. That they don't really have that much visceral fat.
Yeah, but if you're carrying around 300 pounds, you're carrying around 300 pounds on a skeletal structure that was not meant to carry around 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Or unless if they're genetically built that way.
You'd have to be like Andre the Giant in that circumstance.
Yeah.
Well, basically, sumo wrestlers has got to be heavy for their sport.
I found it. It's called Chanko Nabe. It's a bunch of vegetables, noodles, chicken broth, chicken. Like there's carrots, tofu, bean sprouts, onions. Like it's a healthy thing to eat, but they eat a lot.
It's the quantity,
right?
Like too much of water will kill you. Like
I wonder how many calories a sumo wrestler eats in a day.
They say around on average around 10,000 calories or more.
They say that's how much the swimmer Mike Phelps eats a day too. I don't know if it's facts or not, but that's what I heard about him.
It should be a recurring number.
I believe it on a cheat day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into it.
it's like with athletes or some runners, like they're all on carb load, or I think in the military it's a thing. They'll be carb loading because the next day or two they're just gonna use it all up.
Okay, they say. See, I look. This is only Google. This is what Google is saying. They say that a typical sumo wrestler eats a daily diet of 20,000 calories,
Damn, bro.
which
That's-
I doubt it. I really do.
I eat
That's a
3,500
that's a
when I'm
full-time
bulking, and that shit's hard to do.
Yeah, I doubt they eat 20,000. I'll say around 10 to, at the most, 15,000. 10
Even.
to 15.
Even then, like that is a job.
Yeah.
Trying to eat 10,000 calories in a healthy manner.
Well,
That's
they
job.
do say they eat around like 5-6 bowls or even more, and then they take a nap right after, so they don't like
Just like Goku. No.
pretty much. They're trying to metabolize the food slower so they can get bigger.
Hey, right quick, Soviet Sage mentioned in a comment about being fit phobic, and when you're surrounded by all the Yas queens saying, "Oh, it's okay to be fat," it's like, nah, y'all just lazy and are fit phobic.
Yeah, and there's a difference. Okay, sumo wrestlers have a reason to get that big. These LaQuishas and shit, they do not.
They just do it for fun.
Yeah, and that's our problem with the black community. We have the highest obesity rate in the United States
God,
when
is
it
it
comes to
even-
black women.
Is it
Nope.
even
I'm telling
fun?
the truth. Oh shit. Oh, Susan, don't cancel me. Shit. It's very bad. They see when it comes to the diet, we tend to use a shit ton of fucking oil, a shit ton of fucking what's it called, Crisco, like that fucking fat lard or whatever. They fry fucking everything, in the household. The collard greens, the fucking fried chicken. They put a shit ton like a butter and a shit ton of salt, like a shit ton of seasonings.
Actually, on that note, so I've heard that basically every kind of cooking oil aside from olive oil is actually pretty shit for you. So you're better off using like the oil drippings from your other stuff, saving that and using that instead, rather than using like canola oil or corn oil.
Coconut oil is bad?
No, canola or corn. I can't speak.
Yeah,
on
I've heard about this.
Oh, I said coconut. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, can't speak on coconut, but like
Yeah, I
corn
heard
and
about this
canola.
too, but I haven't really done any research or anything, so I don't really know. I just know pretty much at the end of the day, calories in versus calories out.
That's the biggest
Yeah.
thing. Since the black community, since they say on average we don't make as much as everybody else, and a lot of black people that we tend to not want to cook for ourselves at times. We tend to go and buy the frozen foods or go to fast foods, especially Popeyes. Why do you think they put a black woman in front of as a commercial, for advertisement?
Well,
And that's what we do.
That's real killer because like you save so much money cooking your own food.
Oh man, when I started cooking my own stuff, because the first few years of military, I was eating out like a motherfucker. I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can just cook my own shit. Oh, my bank account was growing. I was like,
And
okay.
really, you get to the point where it's more like meal prepping. Like you'll cook up the meats, and then okay, I'm gonna meal prep and portion the salads, the greens, the rice, whatever, and and you get better at it. It doesn't become, it's hard at first, but then people who work out like us or are active, it's like, yeah, I feel bad if I didn't run today, but hey, it's a Sunday, but you get used to it, it's those habits that you have to undo the same as they developed.
Yeah, I think it's because the black community, they think that frying foods is the only way that it will make the food taste good. All right. I haven't fried something since a year and a half ago. I mainly air fry, I bake. I don't need to fry all my shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, one thing that would definitely help people reach their fitness goals is on Sunday, plan out everything you're going to eat for the week. I would grill up like a whole week's worth of chicken, put it in Tupperwares, I would know exactly how many grams of protein I was eating every day, how many calories. Just like get it ready on Sunday and then just have it throughout the week.
I'm gonna be that guy. I never really counted protein.
I do.
I mainly counted the carbs.
I
Carbs
count.
is the big thing for me.
For me, what I do is I count my protein because, protein's very important for building muscle.
True.
And then I count my calories. I don't count my carbs. I eat about 3 to 4 meals a day, depending on if I'm bulking or cutting, with a couple of snacks. And I just make sure that I hit my calories and I hit my protein every day. And I don't worry about fats or carbs. And that's what seems to work for me.
Lean protein like turkey, chicken, and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just that's the main reason why I don't really count it. I just eat it just because.
Yeah. I'm too afraid of going under. I would rather go over than under. That's why I like to keep track. So like I try to eat about between 180 to 200 grams of protein every day. And for me, I just like keeping track of it. I rather play it safe. I eat a lot of
I see what you're
chicken. I
saying.
eat 6 eggs every day. I eat a lot of tuna, protein shakes.
Eggs are my favorite protein.
Yep. I eat
I do
6
like
eggs
eggs.
every day.
All right. What about you, Lord Pepsi?
Mostly salads. Some grains in there. Not much though. And yeah, like I was saying, like my kidneys are having nephrotic syndrome, so I get like that proteinuria where like my kidneys basically leak out protein, and I can't really have too many meats, But I do though, like just spread throughout the week,
Just lean meats,
But
right?
yeah, and like a chicken salad or just a regular salad, and for my build, for my needs, like that's good enough. But I do my downfall though is a lot of fruits in there too. Apples, they fill you up. The oranges, it's like just a lean, healthy deal right there. And then I'll have like that one meat serving in through the day to kind of like keep you full. But I snack too much on those little, what they call, like they're like protein bars, but it's one of them. I forgot the brand name, but I know the protein bars, they're kind of iffy though, but I'm always on the go, so that on the go food ain't good.
I think my taste, my palate changed dramatically since I was younger. I don't touch sweets like that anymore. Even fruits. I mainly go for vegetables. I don't really eat fruits like that anymore, unless it's part of a dish. Then I'll eat it. But like by itself, I haven't really been eating fruits like that at all. I go for the carrots, the broccoli.
I'm a big fan of apples and bananas.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Bananas I'll eat if I had to, get some recovery food. That's the only thing I'll really eat. Everything else, I'm more of a salty guy. I used to eat a lot of sweets. I just don't do it at all anymore. That's the part of getting older, I guess. But
that sodium intake too. I mean, that's one thing I gotta. I mean, what do you guys? Are you guys careful on that sodium?
yeah,
Actually,
I'm personally not careful on the sodium at all. Like, sodium to me is almost like creatine. Like, yeah, would it probably be healthier for me to stay away from it? Yeah. But like, I don't really give a fuck about sodium. Like me, just calories are the main thing I worry about. I think having extra sodium actually makes me look bigger than what I am. And
water.
And in prison, the foods those guys eat are super high in sodium, and they're jacked out of their goddamn mind. So I think it kind of like gets stored in your muscle like creatine.
Ramen is a staple.
I eat ramen every day.
A bit on sodium for me. Like I was actually used to be really big fan of spicy sausages, and I'd eat those all the time. But then I actually started to get, that wasn't necessarily blood clots, but it was kind of like pins and needles in one leg that I was working really hard. And I talked to this one guy on Discord, and he was like, how much sodium are you having? And I took a look. I was having like 20 times my recommended daily amount of sodium.
Bro, how?
The content of sodium in these sausages.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a preservative too for
Yeah,
processing.
Sodium's
I
never
got
bothered
this
me.
sausage from the store, or do you get it from a butcher? Like, do you know?
It wasn't from a butcher,
It's,
unfortunately.
it's
So
from the store.
yeah, no, I looked at the sodium kind of was like, okay, yeah, that's the sodium source. I caught that, and I basically had what would you call it? I don't know. I had like a recovery bit where my joints were hurting, like because of the sodium withdrawal.
God damn. That's
Like,
still 20 times the amount. Holy how do you not like something
yeah, so-
should happen when you overdose on sodium. I forgot.
well,
what it
apparently
was.
blood
You probably
turns.
swallow up.
Yeah, like blood turns to syrup, and that might be part of. I know that blood restriction is actually supposedly helps with some higher level bodybuilding, so that might be where it contributes to Jack stuff. But like considering how much I needed to move around throughout the day, like I was losing sensation down one legs because of this stuff, so I had to cut that out, and I haven't had the problem since.
And the Soviets sage, you can lower blood pressure with oatmeal and really spicy food like chilies and jalapenos. I like spicy food definitely, and oatmeal.
yeah.
I eat that every
I eat a
day,
lot of oatmeal.
and people look at me weird because I eat it plain. I used to mix like a good ton of shit in my oatmeal, but I don't know. Now that I'm older, I don't mind eating it by itself.
Dude, this
What's
is
the
what
thing
I'll
about,
have
like,
after a workout. I'll have like 3 packets of oatmeal, a big scoop of peanut butter, and 2 scoops of protein. Man, that's a great recovery meal for your workout right there.
So here's the biggest thing that I would like to talk to you guys about when it comes to fitness, right? Should
what's up?
people view food, for the most part, right? Majority of the time, should people view food as energy and not as pleasure?
Well, what I think is a bit of both, because at the end of the day, we're only human. So I'm not a huge fan of staying away from certain food groups. So like eat things in moderation, but yeah, you should look at food as fuel also. Like get in the calories you need to get your goals. But like, if you want to have that slice of pizza or donut or whatever, fit it into your calories, because at the end of the day, we're only human.
Okay, what do you have to say about that, Gray?
I definitely see where you're coming from with food as a fuel, simply, but like we
I say
are.
majority of the time, people should see food as fuel. Okay, it shouldn't get to the point where food is encouraging the dopamine in your brain, because at that point, it's just
Well,
eating
there's
the junk
that
food.
aspect to it, but that's the thing. Like junk, like you can get pleasurable food if you're willing to put in the effort for it. Like I'd say, like you could get like better, healthier, more efficient fuel if like you learn to cook it and you worked with it properly. Because if we just say all food is just fuel, that's how you get Soylent.
No, it's like I said, majority of the time, it should be looked at as such. When it comes to getting your vitamins and nutrients, yeah, you want to add all this stuff to your oatmeal, but you can't. And
Yeah, I take the question as as the building blocks that we identified that will essentially become our body being our temple. Like if you follow that philosophy of your body is your temple, you got to like what you put in it, you got to nourish it and whatnot.
right, because the fat fucks like Nick Avocado and shit, right?
Well,
The
there's
mukbang motherfuckers.
oh god, yeah, no, there's aspects to food where like they're eating not because they need the calories, but because it's a pleasurable activity or even for the spectacle. Yeah, that
exactly.
stuff.
How
I'm
much are
not
they gonna
for.
fucking moan? It's fucking weird. That's literally what happens.
Eating ASMR. God.
Yeah, literally just moaning. Especially who's that fat bitch that's with him as well? It's like that big ass chick. She's literally having sex with the food.
God. Right quick, I have a little story with the kind of related to this. Having brunch with high level lefties and rubbing shoulders with them in LA. I've been there. I go out there pretty often. I live outside the city anyways. And yeah, rubbing shoulders with them, and the table over, they just be having a simple brunch, right? And they'd be yapping their liberal mouths off. Not I don't want to, shame them for that or anything, but that's their nature of the conversation. Anyways, over here, I'm just having a salad, and the person I was with, my date, I guess, ordered like a classic American breakfast, right? And and I'm looking over here like, okay, they're both going to be shaming and hating on each other. Like, oh, look at this bitch. She's anorexic, she only got a little toast, avocado toast. That's all she's eating. She's skinny as F. But she just hated because that's work and discipline involved, But yeah, these Hollywood types, it's superficial, but the hate goes both ways, and that's all it is.
But see, that's a big thing, though, right? Because I think, I got good in my experience because, military shit, at times we don't really have time to eat, right? We're used to that. We were trained to do that since basic training. And whenever we have food, no matter how tasty it is, right? We literally scarf that shit down within 5 minutes. Like maybe that's why I'm a bit biased when it comes to people who need to see food as fuel. All right. Yeah, like you shouldn't be enjoying food to the point where you can't get your dopamine without it.
Well, that's why I tell people 80% of your calories get from clean, healthy foods, and then fit in some bullshit after just for enjoyment, because we're only human.
Because these bodybuilders, right? Which there's a small amount of bodybuilders. They don't eat for fun. In fact,
but a lot of them eat junk food too.
Well, true. Especially many of them, they only eat it for cheat days. Some of them they just eat junk food every day. But when it comes to majority, when it comes to majority of bodybuilders, they don't enjoy eating. It's literally in itself, eating is a job for these bodybuilders. They don't feel like eating 5-6 times a day.
If anything, it should be like a little reward. Yeah.
Right. In my opinion, eating should be for your body's nutrition. Okay. I'm not saying don't make your food taste good, but it shouldn't get to the point where you're literally loading your food with like sugar and all that crazy shit just to get that nice, tasty, dopamine high, which a lot of people struggle in the United States with.
Well, and you can even make sensible things. Like, for example, if you usually get, like, depending on how you take your coffee, like maybe you're not willing to go from like 3 cream, 3 sugar to solid black, but maybe you could take it down by 1 portion each or 2 portions.
Right. And that's a big thing. The quantity of food, that is crucial. Holy fuck.
Like density or volume?
I say volume. The volume.
Just like overeating calories in general.
Like, bro, you don't need, or chick, you don't need all that food. You why are you eating all this food? Like, is this your only meal for today? No, you already ate 2 other meals today? No, take some of that food off. Portions is crucial when it comes to your diet. Why do you think I have small plates? Just so I can control, because you already know the illusion of bigger plates. That's not good for plenty of people who struggle with eating a gigantic portion. That's why me personally, I have small plates where I can control the portions.
Another good tool for fat loss is intermittent fasting. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting?
It is crucial. I have 1 meal a day.
Oh, dude, you do it crazier than I do. When I do intermittent fasting, I don't eat until like noon or 1, and then I do like 3 meals.
Well, I do one meal a day because it's literally almost impossible for me to go over my calorie intake, especially with the food that I cook at home. It's very difficult for me to go over 2,400 calories. So in turn, I will slowly but surely lose weight.
Actually, I don't know if it would count as intermittent fasting per se, but one thing that was recommended to me was a 9 to 9 diet. You don't eat anything before 9 a.m. You don't eat anything after 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's kind of intermittent
That's pretty
fasting.
much intermittent fasting, yeah.
It's just like a different way. Like your traditional intermittent fasting, if you were to Google it online, they'll tell you to have your first meal at 2 p.m. and then I believe your last meal will be at like 8. But how I do it is I push my first meal until like noon or 1, and then I'll have my first meal, and then I'll eat again when I get out of work at like 5, and then I'll have my last meal after my workout. So there's
And
like
for
different
me,
ways to structure it.
yeah, for me, it's not that hard for me to do the one meal a day because, you know, Island Hermit already knows you're sleeping 8 hours a day or more. So that's 1/3 of your day gone. Right?
Yeah, and you said you're eating 2,400 calories in that one meal, right?
I don't even get that far based on cooking your food at home. I can't even eat all that in one.
Yeah, I was gonna
sitting.
say you would be stuffed trying to eat that much calories in one setting.
Yeah, I won't be making videos if I was eating all those calories.
Like, how many
The
calories
way
would you say one meal like that would be for you when you're doing the one meal a day?
So let's say if I'm actually trying to go there, I'll have one ribeye, a bunch of broccoli, and a cup and a half of rice, and a whole glass of water.
Are you even clearing 1,000 calories with that?
Yeah, that doesn't even sound like 1,000.
Well, what's it called? I got some pretty big. No, it's pretty big ribeyes.
Yeah, you probably just have big portions.
Mm.
Well, see, when it comes to the one meals, right? So one had 2 cups, a bunch of broccoli. Cause I'm feeling fine still. I still got my gains and shit.
yeah,
I'll say
it sounds like there's
1,300 calories. Because I put like butter and stuff on the steak as well. So,
dude, I would lose so much weight if I ate that amount of calories.
Like soon, let's say until March. No, the end of March. I'm gonna go back to 2 meals. But
Yeah,
I think the question becomes of like what version of it would be suitable for one's personal needs, such as skipping breakfast, having the one big meal, or like Homeboy said, having an extended period of time without eating.
I usually eat is primarily proteins and fats. You can get proteins and fats in a lot more than carbs. You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically keto.
What'd you say, Island Hermit?
Basically, what you're doing is like a keto type diet.
Yeah. I would like to go to carnivore diet again, but not yet. I will sometime this year.
See, I never did carnivore, but I did keto, and every time I did keto, I dropped weight really fast. But for me, it wasn't sustainable. I felt weaker in the gym, and just like when you hit that stage where you're going through keto flu, I fucking hated that, dude. I fucking hated it.
The keto flu was an issue because mainly when it comes to these diets, you gotta drink the salt water. You gotta get your electrolytes.
Yep, you gotta get them electrolytes up.
Which is beyond fucking annoying.
I think when I was doing it, my electrolytes, I wasn't getting that much. And I was like, dude, I felt like shit at work. I'm like, man, fuck this. And then once I was done with it, I kind of never went back because that was a bad experience.
And right now, I'm just starting over, right? So once I'm done eating this one meal a day and I get to that, goal body fat percentage, then I'm going to start back up like crazy, trying to get them gains back on, because I had the gains a year and a half ago, but because of the 2020 situation, I didn't really have access to the gym and stuff. So
See,
that was
I was cutting for a while, and then the other day I was just like, fuck it. I don't want to cut anymore. And I increased my I like being like the big, strong guy. So now I'm eating like 3,200 calories a day. I don't like to go overboard on my bulks because that's when you start to gain too much body fat. But yeah, dude, I'm just like eating big and lifting heavy in the gym, man. I ain't ready to go back to cutting yet. I ain't big enough.
Oh no! Just give me one more month, and I'm definitely going to be going back to the bulking phase. I like the bulking phase.
I love the bulking phase because, like, when you start cutting, you notice after a while your lifts start to go down a little bit, and it's so annoying, dude. Like,
Yep.
because like
And
when you're
fun
bulked
fact,
up,
fun fact: the heavier you weigh, the more you can lift. Me
Yep.
and Hermit, we know personally.
Yep. Like when you're bulking up, dude, I am so fucking strong when I'm bulking up. And then when I start cutting, I just like notice like, the weights go down by like 10 to 15 pounds. And I'm like, fuck, you're almost like mad at yourself, but it's part of the process. And unfortunately, you just have to deal with it. That's why, like, when I tell people to cut, drop your calories slowly over time. That way you'll either maintain your muscle, potentially gain more muscle. Because if you like slash your calories too much, you're going to lose a lot of muscle. So you're better off just doing it slowly.
Right, because you gotta get to the point where you're burning your body fat. If you, like what Island Herm said, if you cut too many calories, your body is gonna be eating both your body fat and your muscle.
Yep, and you don't want that.
I got a question. With what would be best? Like seeing a nutritionist, a dietitian, or just regular doctor? Like, what are your takes on that?
Island Hermit, he knows.
Yeah, doctors don't know shit about fitness. They don't know shit about calories. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about calories in versus calories out. So what I tell people, download MyFitnessPal. You're going to put in your age, your weight, all that stuff into it. And then if you want to bulk up, set it for like a half a pound to a pound a week. If you want to lose weight, you just set it for that. But yeah, anyways, like what I tell people, it's kind of just like, it's all about calories in versus calories out. People just can't get it through their mind. Like, I'm so sick of telling people, like, they're like, oh, you can't eat those certain foods. Like, if you hit your calories, it really doesn't fucking matter.
Somebody made a documentary on YouTube years ago. I think it was 2017, where he literally lost over 50 pounds eating fast food alone.
Yeah, McDonald's. Like, if you eat 2,000 calories and that 2,000 calories is McDonald's and your maintenance calories is 3,000 calories, you're going to lose weight. That is how it goes.
Yes. Thermodynamics.
The laws of thermodynamics.
Yeah, it has still to be disproved.
As far as seeking out like professional advice, I mean, we got trainers at the gym, but then how about the dietitian or nutritionist?
Can I stop you guys for a second? Two things. I'm glad I don't lift. This sounds like a completely different kind of pain in the ass. See, lifting in the gym, it's a lifestyle, in my opinion. It's not something that you could just do in and out. You have to be persistent every day. If you do calisthenics, that's good. Or if you just diet, hey, just do that as well. But I preferably say, hey, you should go lift in the gym. But if you don't, I completely understand, because doing this type of thing is definitely a lifestyle. What do you guys got to say?
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. And, like I said, you don't have to go to the extremes I'm willing to go, but you should be doing something.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of how much of a pain in the ass it is depends a lot on your fitness goals. Like, if you're trying to become as big and strong as possible, yeah, you've got to make quite a few sacrifices. But if you're willing to go to the gym just and spend 40 minutes in the gym 3 to 4 days a week, you're still going to see improvements even if you don't change much else.
Yeah, the least time I spent in the gym was 30 minutes, but I skipped the warm-ups and stuff. Yeah, I just get right into it.
You don't have to go to the gym every day. One of the best workout programs that gets overlooked all the time is Strong Lifts 5x5. It's a 3-day-a-week workout program where you go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I've done that program for years and made a ton of gains. So you don't have to like be living in the gym.
You did jujitsu. Jujitsu is my thing, and it is its own kind of pain in the ass. Yeah, jujitsu is a
I
good
did
workout.
jujitsu before.
It's a good workout. I ain't gonna deny that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
did boxing back in the day. Boxing.
I love boxing. I'm gonna try to get back into it when shit starts opening up more again. Shut down because of the 2020 situation, but before that, I loved it. Boxing is my shit. I don't know. It's just what.
What was your favorite workout or training session?
For me is when we had to constantly hit the big bag.
The heavy bag. Yeah.
Heavy bag, yeah. We had to constantly go for it for like 30 seconds. And then we switch partners and then we switch again. And the entire time we're not allowed to put our hands down. And if you do put your hands down, then the entire gym gets punished.
And people look at you weird because you're always scratching your head. It's like, damn, his forehead must be scratching so much.
I'm telling, like it's hard. Like I thought it was easy, but after 15 minutes, I think 20 minutes of doing the workouts, because I know you have to do the combinations, right? Like 1, 3, 5, or something like that. It's hard to keep your hands up. It's very hard, and once you drop your guard, everybody has to like do push-ups and shit because you didn't protect yourself at all times.
Yeah, I like hitting the mitts. Learning my spacing or between myself and the opponent, the mitts. Using my length.
Well, what's that one bag where you keep the small one, the very small one where you keep
the speed bag?
Yeah. I've struggled with that one. I haven't really mastered that one yet.
Yeah, all about that rhythm.
I'm gonna practice when things will start opening up again. Believe me, I'm gonna get back into it.
Yeah, dude, I really want to get back into combat sports. When I was younger, I did mixed martial arts for 6 months, and I had a blast doing it. So I kind of want to get back into a combat sport as well. I'm just like so goddamn busy. I don't know if I can fit it into my schedule. Like I work 9-10 hours a day, and then I already go to the gym. So I'd have to like either switch my gym schedule or fit that into. But I definitely do want to get back into that in the future.
So what about going to boxing first and then the gym?
I'd have to see what time the schedules are, because I don't know like what time classes are and everything. But if I could get it to fit, I probably would do it.
Are you unorthodox, southpaw?
Who, me?
Orthodox.
You're unorthodox?
Or ortho.
Which was the one where you use your left hand more?
Southpaw.
Okay, I'm definitely southpaw.
I think Rocky. You remember Rocky? I guess Rocky was southpaw, but his trainer wanted him to switch it up to surprise his opponent.
Not like for me, my right hand can't do as much damage as my left. I'm a lefty at heart, but
you jab left.
Yes.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
And
you jab with your right.
Yeah, I was forced when I was young to write with my right hand. So it's a weird situation.
Are you a lefty? Like, would you right left or right with the right?
What do you mean?
Do you right left with your left hand?
No, I write with my right hand.
Okay.
And I do everything else with my left hand because my family, they're like, you know what, write with your right hand for some reason. So it's a weird situation. It's fucking weird, bro. I can do sports and stuff. Like I throw footballs with my left hand. I throw like baseballs with my left hand. But when it comes to writing, I do it with my right hand.
Yeah. No, right on.
Yeah, fuck my family for that shit. I think they were trying to make me what's that word?
Ambidextrous.
Yes, I think they try to make me that.
Yeah, ambidextrous. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was told when I was, in kindergarten, I did write with my left hand.
No, yeah, I'm a lefty. Always been.
Yeah, supposedly we're gonna die sooner, motherfuckers. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah.
I'll be the last one standing.
I want to. I want to say though, like to have that actionable advice we could give to the chat right here, because it seems like the people in the chat are willing to go that extra effort to go to the gym, and like basic advice that we probably circle around each other, a lot that we kind of. But I think seeing a nutritionist or a dietitian, someone that can specialize in that get your blood work and say, okay, you need to less of this and less of that.
You don't need all that.
Go to
what your needs are.
Personally, I say go to a person that go to a man that goes to the gym all the time and is actually in good shape. Natural or not, he has way more experience with nutrition and diet compared to a dietitian.
Yeah, but you get a lot of growth science.
It's like you can learn most of this stuff on YouTube, and it's not you're trying to overcomplicate it. Calories in versus calories out. Download.
Somebody disagree with you. Hold up, let me go up.
Yeah, but it's not that simple. Like I understand the basic premise, which holds.
It literally is that simple, though.
Where you at?
I am a trainer in the gym. It's literally that simple.
Yeah, but I'm saying for us that are more in depth to it, because this is basic advice for normies outside on the streets, but for us here, there's more to it.
So what does that mean, Skathy? Is calories in versus calories retained versus calories out? What is that supposed to mean? Do you know what that means?
No. Like if you really want to, you can go talk to a nutritionist, but it's a waste of time. Download MyFitnessPal, plug in all your information. It'll tell you how many calories you need to eat, depending on your goals, or losing weight or maintaining or gaining muscle, and just hit the protein, hit the calories, structure your meal plans for it's like if you want a good diet, do paleo. Paleo is basically like what our ancient ancestors used to eat. Like if it grows from a tree or it comes out of the ground or you would hunt it, it's pretty much good to eat.
Yes, because once again, we're not going to outdo millions of years of evolution.
That's why I think the paleo diet's probably the healthiest, because think about it, it's what we evolved to eat for thousands of years.
Channel says something. Whoa, he is talking about stomach and absorption problems.
My take on that, from what I heard on that, because I know there's like a ton of healthy or training advice on YouTube and whatnot, but yeah, you got the calories in where you're taking like quality versus good versus bad calories, but yeah, as far as like absorption, your heart rate, your blood conditioning, blood pressure, sometimes you train your body into holding on because you're trying to cut and it's trying to hold on to whatever it can, and it's like that going wrong about it approach, because you're trying to adapt your body or to do things it's not comfortable with. And by doing things, it's kind of fighting back against you.
Well, as long as you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose body fat.
Okay, well, I'm at 8%, or let's say 12% body fat, but yet my face is anemic because of the protein intake I take. So
do you track your calories every day?
Lose more fat. I can't lose more calories, but yet I got that skinny fat issue where my jawline doesn't line up with my six-pack abs.
All right, so you said you're skinny fat?
No, I have definition. I'm very sleek cut, but my jawline and my cheeks, my facial, I don't have the traps of the necks. I could eat and everything, right? But it goes to the wrong places, if that makes sense. Because I do have edemic problems. I do have edema, if you know what that is.
What's your body fat percentage?
Top of my head on 12%.
Yeah, maybe like, dude, if you're 12%, you might as well like start bulking up.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. I've been. I'm not just telling you otherwise, but yeah, I understand what you mean. I've heard it before, and I know it sucks that I have to say that, but that's just
Yeah,
my
if I were
particular
you, I would
condition.
bulk up and get on a good workout program. A lot of people that don't know shit about working out, their workout programs are trash. I'll ask them what they're doing, and they'll normally tell me they're like doing a bro split where they're doing like chest on Monday, shoulders on fucking Tuesday, legs on or whatever. And bro splits are trash. I tell everybody stay away from bro splits. You need to be on a program where you're hitting the muscle 2 to 3 times a week. So like I'll tell people like full body 3 days a week, upper lower programs, push pull legs, or like the workout program I'm doing right now. It's an upper lower push pull leg hybrid, and I'm hitting every muscle twice a week.
Well, the chronic is
Yeah, I
here.
got you.
How fat is your Sloan? All right, that's kind of gay, but okay. Lord Pepsi,
Hey, we'll
are
give
you
you
green? Are you green,
line,
Lord
or
Pepsi? Are you
we can lie all we
green?
want. No, I'm brown.
I'm
God
green
damn
from the
it.
waist down.
Oh, we got another person here. Lion of MGTOW. What's going on, bro? The bare minimum is 3 days a week. Yes, I believe
Yep.
3 days a week, full body workout will get
Strong
the
Lifts
job done.
5x5 is a great 3-day a week program. You can find it on Google. So if anybody doesn't know where to start, Google it and just copy that.
Yeah, beginning strength.
Full body push pull is for come on. Undercrack, come on, get the fuck out of here with that. No, don't even.
Those are some of the best workouts.
Well, hold up. Let's see if I can hold up. I'm gonna because we're not
Hey, well,
done
I'm gonna
yet.
head out. Thanks for having me on. Y'all have keep on with it. Keep it real. Late,
I can
y'all.
hear you. Just say it again.
Who, me?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Don, I'm just saying bye. Saying late to y'all. Thanks for having me on.
No problem, man. Thank you for joining, and there will be a live stream tomorrow. Puniti.
All right, for sure. Puniti.
Woo! All right, so we are gonna ask somebody else. Carry on. What's going on?
Can you hear me? Okay, you guys can have me this time.
Say what? What are you talking about? Hold up. If you don't bench for 2 hours every day, you might as well be a woman. What the fuck?
Actually, you know what? No, that brings up a good point. If you want to get chicks to work out, tell them that doing lifts will increase the size of their tits.
You gotta take a ride on the decline. That's what what's his name? The guy that Robert Frank, I think that's what his name is. Do you guys know who Robert Frank is?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
No? Hold up. Give me a second. I'm looking up right now. I haven't seen his channel in like forever.
Is he a fitness guy or what?
He's a fitness guy. Yeah, Robert Frank. That's his name.
Surprised I haven't heard of him.
You probably seen him before on social media. You probably never.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that yells like, "Supposed to go, side surprise, it's against the clock, motherfucker. Let's."
My
go.
favorite guy is CT Fletcher, dude. He's always fucking screaming in people's faces.
I'm surprised he's still alive. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
real.
Dude, he was talking about his diet when he was like really like into like lifting. That fucker was eating like McDonald's all day, every day, just to get in the calories.
Oh, Under Chronic, hold up. Hey, come. If you have time, go ahead and join. I want to know your opinion, Under Chronic. I want to know your opinion. All right, what'd you say?
Yeah, basically CT Fletcher, he was abusing steroids and his diet was basically like McDonald's all day, every day for the extra calories. And I'm pretty sure that's why he had heart problems. What?
Talking about the McChickens?
Yeah, did you see that video where he was talking about like how many calories of McDonald's he used to eat every day to like gain that size and strength?
Yeah, and I think he explained it as well in his his earlier videos when he was younger. He explained like, "Hey, I literally just eat my chickens."
Yeah, dude, he was eating like he showed his meals, dude. It was fucking retarded. He was probably eating like 10, 15,000 calories every day, but it was like pure trash food. And like, yeah, you can still make gains off of that, but yeah, that's why he got like all the heart problems and stuff.
Yeah, it's still empty calories in the end, which is why I say, hey, I'm not saying you can have fast food. I'm not saying you can have junk food, but just make it a cheat day. Make it a cheat day. Oh, Underchronic. Sorry, bro. I'm at a bar. So we'll be back. Oh, you get ready for the Super Bowl? Super Bowl. I'm hyped about that shit. Hey, and get off my nuts, okay? I don't give a fuck about what Kaepernick did or whatever. All right. I like football. Fuck. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck about that Kaepernick bitch. I'm trying to see people get tackled and shit. That's it.
Yeah, I personally, I'm not a football fan, so I'm gonna be probably in the gym the whole time. So,
Oh, it's all good, but it's like what are you a fan of?
I used to watch a lot of MMA.
So it's like somebody saying like, yeah, MMA is a piece of fucking shit, trash, woke sport with people taking knees. Like, I don't give a fuck. I want to see people get punched in the face.
Yep, I want to see people get choked the fuck out.
Right. Yeah, like, oh, okay, just because this person doesn't like it, I guess I'm gonna turn off this pay-per-view. Have a good night. Like, what the fuck? You better go hate somewhere else. Don't try to come at me with that shit. Why are you watching MMA? Did you know what they did? Yeah. And I don't give a fuck. Go away.
Man, you know who I wanted to see get fucking lynched? That Mike Vick for doing that to those dogs, dude. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So as a player, yeah, he was a good player, but as a person, he's a piece of shit.
Yep, you don't fuck with dogs.
Like, you can't bounce back from. Even though he did serve his sentence, which I believe he should have got more. You can't be forgiven for that. You can't. You can't. Oh, Sir Yeetus, I thought you're gonna, support your brothers. You're gonna go against Michael Vick. Yeah, I'm gonna go against Michael Vick.
You said you got pit bulls, eat?
Yes, 2 of them.
I got all black German Shepherd. He's a fucking beast.
Even though they're fucking idiots sometimes, they're my idiots. One of them passed away in November. I forgot.
Yeah, I used to have a Doberman. We had to put him down. It got to the point where he was old and he couldn't walk anymore, so that sucked. Dude, my German Shepherd's 14. Like, he's fucking doing pretty good for his age.
Mine's out of nowhere. It was just like walking in circles. Like, literally, like the next day, it was like walking in circles and like growling at us. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like what is wrong with you? And he kept running into the walls.
Was
he old?
He was 12, 13. Yeah, he was old.
Yeah, my Doberman went at like 12 or 13 also.
Yeah, and once we got to the doctor, it said that I don't know how, like overnight, but he developed dementia and stuff. So we weren't going to do him like that and keep him alive. I think that would be very fucked up, in my opinion. So we did what we had to do, and we spent a good shit ton of money for the cremation and $600 urn. Like we did the best with the veterinarian clinic, what it's called, the pet clinic. We did the highest, utmost shit. He has a nice ass urn too, very nice. And will I get another dog again soon? Yeah, hell yeah. But
when I move, I'm probably gonna get another German Shepherd, dude. German Shepherds are great dogs. I'm probably always gonna have German Shepherds.
See, I want a German Shepherd. I want a Husky too, but I heard that They're very noisy all the time.
Yeah. And then German Shepherds and Dobermans are like my two favorite dogs. So,
Very smart dogs too. Very smart.
dude, my Doberman used to know how to play hide and seek. You could hide anywhere in the house, and like if he couldn't find you, he would start like using his nose to sniff you out and stuff.
Yeah, and they're the quickest one to try to get you awake too in the morning. They will literally jump on you if need be. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. He was a big baby. Now my German Shepherd was like, if he got out of the yard, it was like the equivalent to the gates being broken at Jurassic Park. Like I felt bad whoever he ran into.
Oh, that's so annoying. How many times the neighbors around the neighborhood that caught our dog, which, since they're pit bulls, I'm freaking out because any of them could just be like, oh, time to pull out the Glock.
Yeah.
But hey, surprisingly, my neighbors were very cool. Like, hey, yo, is this your dog? Yeah, he got out again. And as much as you want to be mad at your fucking dog, you gotta be mad at yourself because
probably ran out trying to get some puniti.
Probably.
Where the puniti
smell?
I smells it.
But I remember my dog, he ran out 2 times in one day. Like he was able to escape the fence. And as much as I want to be pissed, because it feels like similar to your sibling or somebody you knew that like ran away because parents are mean. Oh, you'd be tearing that motherfucker a new one. But you can't be mad at the dog. Like, you piece of shit, you lucky, you cute as fuck. You lucky. Yeah, that's pretty much how it was for my dogs, man. I love my dogs, okay? I will definitely get more dogs.
They're more loyal than these 304s.
What'd you say?
They're more loyal than these 304s.
Oh, yeah. Dogs are the most loyal companions you will ever have. Ever.
That's why I always thought it was funny when women would call men dogs. It's like, you just called me like the most loyal creature on the planet. Like, you make no sense.
Nah, like don't get me wrong. Like, there's loyal people between men and women. Not men and women. Between a man and another man. All right, there's loyalty there. I ain't gonna say there isn't. But a dog's loyalty it can't be compared. It can't. Like, for example, I saw on social media, put a dog and a woman inside of a trunk of a car and open it a few hours later and see who's happy to see you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I can definitely rely on my dog way more than a lot of people out here. Way more. It's pure. Like, see, here's the thing, because dogs and animals in general, but let's say dogs, they don't have any type of motive or agenda. They're just there. They're just there to do their thing. Like, oh, look.
Yeah, and part of it is because dogs are pack animals, so they have that strong urge to like be accepted and be like part of the group. So that's why they're always willing to like please their owners.
Right. And that's one of the only animals that you can definitely rely that they ain't gonna be fucking what? Kaepernick finna take a knee on your nuts, Yeetus. Yeah. I would definitely blow his fucking brains out with a Glock. That'd be the first thing I would fucking do. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck him. All right. He's the one that ruined football in the first place because he got butt hurt because he got benched. Fuck that.
You're talking about like the slavers and all that crap that you was talking about?
All that bullshit. And he came from a very well-off family.
Yeah. Dude, we should play that commercial. Remember that commercial where he's trying to like fucking say it's basically slavery?
He made
it with slavery when you're making millions.
Yeah.
I think he had a Netflix thing where he actually had like the NFL, and after the next scene was literally slavers selling off. or like some shit like that.
It's like I'm pretty sure those guys weren't making millions of dollars back in the day.
Because if they were, they'll be happily picking that cotton.
Fuck, I'd be like, Master, can I have some more, please, Master? Fuck, I'll pick all the cottons, Master.
Like, what the fuck? Like, shit. Like,
Fuck, dude, if you're giving me that much money.
Well, we want me to work some overtime? Well, we want to go to the neighbor's plantation? Too easy,
Fuck,
Master.
I'll even let them whip me, dude, for that much money.
I know it's your fetish. Go ahead.
What's
You're
your
like, wait,
name?
what?
Kunta Kente. Toby. My name's Toby.
Yeah, well, seriously, fuck that guy. Fuck that piece of shit. Fuck him. He definitely ruined football for me. I still watch, but just because he got butt hurt so hard that he's gonna make it a race issue out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, because the coach won't play him. That was a real situation.
Well, bro, it's like that's how you know we're living in clown world when professional athletes that make millions of dollars say they're oppressed and like equivalent to slavery. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Well, that's more equivalent to gladiator.
Just straight up offers like, hey, I'll trade spots with you in a heartbeat, buddy. If this is slavery, give me the chains.
All right, come on, then, Craddock. You know that's a whole lie. When my dog died, I rolled his ashes to a blunt and smoked it at the dog park. Karens were screaming. I don't know, man. I know.
I think he's talking about his dog.
Yeah, he has to have a video or it didn't happen.
I'm not
And
sure.
I'm not going to smoke my fucking dog.
What if you did and you just like seen your dog's ghost all over the place and it like came and talked to you and stuff?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind, personally.
I mean, like, you could always use guys use the ashes to fertilize your weed.
But carry on. We're about to go to the next topic soon. So what is your perspective on fitness when it comes to men? What's your overall perspective?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm out of shape right now. I was pretty in shape when I was 2018, but I kind of got into a depressed state and I just got fucked.
And is it also because of the 2020 situation?
No. It was something else. 2018 where I kind of slipped up.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying like the 2020 situation didn't help either.
Yeah, because when I was actually gonna go back, everything is shut down. So I'm gonna go back to the gym with my brother next week. So yeah, so I was pretty athletic. I did track and field, and I was pretty good at that stuff too. And I did some events, and I got a pretty high score around like the city out all the borough I was doing. So I was pretty athletic. I didn't really go to the gym, but yeah, it kind of fucked me up. And I came like maybe because I didn't do exercise often, it made me get more depressed too because I was just in my house. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't want to go outside. So yeah, being fit does actually help you a lot with your mental state.
Honestly, I do wish that, in a sense, I was able to have my home gym back in 2020. Things would have been so much easier. But you guys already know how much gym equipment costs and people losing their jobs and stuff.
Didn't equipment go up in the pandemic and all that stuff?
It did go up.
It was out of stock for a while too. Like
Here's the thing: all you need is a pull-up bar and a dip bar, and you're basically good, though.
Yeah, that is true.
And that being said, we're going to go to topic number 2. What was it? Yeah, I typed in Robert Frank or whatever. We're going to go next to women have no remorse. Okay, so when it comes to their bad behavior and decisions, everybody that's in the live stream, are you surprised that modern women literally have no remorse for their bad behavior and decisions? We will start with Gray.
Well, no, I guess I'm not surprised that they don't have remorse. Just like they don't have consequences.
Bingo.
If there's no consequences, they don't have any need for remorse.
Okay.
Because
That's it, or what?
well, that's the thing is like, the kind of the problem is too is like so much of it, like when they supposedly have remorse, it's often just done for the sake of social approval.
Right.
But it's like, okay, but you take that element out, do they really care? Like, are they actually remorseful? Do they really feel bad, or is it all just another ploy to get social approval? Like the ones that launch a false accusation, guy goes to prison, and then years later, she's like, "No, he didn't really do anything wrong. I was just young and confused." Like, does she actually give a shit? Was guilt
No.
really eating at her for years on end, or is
I
it just Hail
say
Mary?
years later it could, especially if a person was falsely accused. It's not likely, but that rare occurrence, yeah, she could feel bad. But
I
it's the
think
only reason that she's confessing because she knows nothing's going to happen to her.
that's the thing. I couldn't even trust. Like, that's the thing. The trust is gone so much that even if they are genuine, like I kind of just don't believe them.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't, because where were you when that person was going through trial when it comes to false accusations alone? Like, where were these women protesting the family divorce courts? Oh, I'm not against it, but you were silent the whole time. So,
Yep, and they're the ones that say silence is violence or whatever the bullshit is too.
exactly. Rules for thee, not for me.
But hey, guys, I'm gonna jump off. I got some stuff I got to do, and then I'm gonna go hit the gym. So
What are you working on?
I'm gonna do an upper body workout today. I'm gonna do incline bench. I'm gonna do well. First, I'm gonna do pull-ups, incline bench, then chin-ups, and then I'm gonna do seated shoulder press, and then I'm gonna do dips, and then I'm gonna do some curls and some push-ups, and that's pretty much the workout for today.
All right, too easy. Make sure you have your post-workout meal, bro.
Yep, always.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
go.
can I talk to you? I let him on Discord about some
Oh.
exercise tips.
Yeah, dude, hit me up on Discord. I'm helping a bunch of guys get in shape. So, like, I got a background in this. So, like, I'll send you, find me in Discord, dude. I'll send you a workout program and,
Okay.
like, tell you what to do.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, man.
All
Peace out, Puniti.
All right. Puniti. See you guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, you guys supposed to say Puniti. What the fuck?
Dude, I told
You guys know the rules.
Do I? I'm not sure. But anyway,
It'll be highly encouraged.
okay.
It will behoove you.
Behooved you. I guess I could talk more British now. I guess. Well, for my,
Well, I didn't know that was a British thing, but okay.
Well, you guys don't really say that, do you?
No, I literally did not know that was a British thing.
Well, everything's British if you go back long enough.
Oh, okay. You want to go there? You want to go there?
Nah. I'm gonna be honest. Like even your most favorite sports, British besides basketball.
Hey.
But
I think the Romans might have something to say about that.
Yeah, you guys been hanging on us since 1776, okay?
Who's them? I don't know Romans.
You guys were hanging on us since 1776, so I don't want to hear it.
Stole our land, man.
I don't want to hear it. Hey, we defeated the strongest empire in the world at that time.
With help from the French and Spanish, but
See, the fact that you were defeated by French, that's all you need to know.
the French were the biggest power in the world.
Were.
And the Spanish, there was two giants. But okay, I guess I talk about the women. Well, would you feel remorse for someone that was told to be your enemy from like a young age?
No.
That's like if I was like, let's say you're in World War II and you kill like 1,000 Nazis or something like that, and after like the people were surrendered and you just wiped them out and like so on, you committed war crimes upon them, you wouldn't really feel that bad because you were told that they were horrible people and they did all this horrible stuff to other people. So maybe later on, like there are some soldiers like they said they took like decades for them to realize like these people were just like me. It's just that they were told that they were doing the right thing, and after they didn't feel that bad because even though they know that like people were innocent to some degree, like they weren't really the horrible monsters that they were told. But in a situation that you're told someone's a monster, and after you find out they're not, or even like you done something horrible to them, you wouldn't really feel guilt for that because
Hey,
they're a monster.
you guys tax the fuck out of us. All right, that's all that matters. Yeah, y'all was on some bullshit. That's why we threw all the tea in the Boston River.
Hey, T's great.
Yeah, that's why we threw all the tea in the goddamn river. But I'm gonna add another person. The fish got nukes. What's going on, man? Hopefully you're there.
Hello, man. How's it going?
You're there. Hey, do you have anything to say about our conversation so far? Like, what's your opinion?
I was you guys talking about fighting. I had a video to show you guys. I sent it to you on Discord. We could go over that if you want.
Let's see if I can. Actually, no. We'll do it. We'll do it later on.
Okay.
But what do you have something to say about the fighting, or?
Well, he was right about they'll try to sue you and stuff, even if they attacked you. It's pretty neat, but I agree people should stay in shape and stuff. It's always good to stay in shape. I've had Chronics actually inspired me and my buddy to start going lifting, so we're going to be doing that. So
even the Greek philosophers were in shape. They said there's no point of having a great mind if you don't have a body to implement those thoughts. So
yeah, makes sense.
Okay, there's going to be silence.
Like if we're on like remorse right now, correct?
Yeah. Yes, remorse.
So,
oh yeah, I was agreeing with you, Gray. They only are remorseful for like their own consequences, pretty much. So if they don't have any, then they're not. Right? That's what you're saying.
Well, more or less, because like where does remorse come from? Like it would come from like empathy.
Hey, can I stop you guys right quick?
Yeah.
Under Chronic, the tea tax was 10% just on tea. That's it. Now imagine telling the founding fathers about the income tax.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't. It's we fucked up.
You guys want to come back?
I see George Washington coming out of his grave. Like
Spinning in the grave
Revolutionary
so
War 2.0.
Spinning so fast in the grave, we could use them as a power source.
I can definitely see that. But yeah, it's
who's
it's
really
crazy how much tax has that's been implemented in our government. We might as well be very close to the socialist countries out there in Europe and stuff.
Yeah, not wrong.
But go ahead and continue.
I was going to say the real guy who's not only spinning in his grave, but if he's got any shit left in his bowels, shitting everywhere, is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for what they're doing to his message and stuff.
Malcolm X would be even more pissed.
Malcolm X. I'm going to be that guy. I like Malcolm X more than Martin Luther King.
Yeah, so do I.
Well, they're two sides of the same coin, I would say.
Two
I
sides
don't
of the
mind
same
them.
coin is just they got different approach.
Yeah.
But
I can see both sides, though.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Like something that they don't feel remorse or they don't have empathy for men?
Well, I was like, do they? Because I keep in again, I go back to that woman who wrote the book Self-Made Man after pretending to be a man for a while. Didn't even feel like she was being treated as a human being. So if by default they don't see the average man as even human, how can they really feel remorse?
Well, it really does depend on people, but most people that if they don't have a decent or don't have a father to be around, they probably wouldn't treat most men as people, especially if they're just being bombarded with propaganda saying that men are monsters, men are violent, and do all this horrible crap to people. You can't be next to a man alone, or else he's going to do this and this and this. So they're trained not to have any empathy for men.
right?
Okay, I was watching like this horrible like this teacher. I think she was teaching around. I'm not sure with your school system because she was in America, but she touched this 13-year-old and she had a really physical relationship with the child. And I was like her lawyer was talking about she shouldn't go to prison because the child was 13 and he's technically not a child anymore because he's 13. And he
Oh. Yeah, try using that excuse the other way. See how far that gets.
Yeah, let a dude try to use that excuse.
That's
so
fine.
I went to the comments and I was just checking for. I was like, oh, I seen there were people like, oh, I've seen boys that are around 13 trying to hit on me, and that's a woman saying this. I was like, Jesus Christ, do they not know that women that are like girls that are 13 to 11 hit on older men that are adults? And it's like, so if an adult male had that type of relationship with an 11 to 13-year-old girl, it should be on the girl's fault because she started it in the first place. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Most men will say that's wrong if that happened, and most women would have. And if it happened the other way around, like, oh no, she shouldn't go to prison, she should be out. I was like, Jesus Christ. Men rarely have the most empathy for everyone, and after women, let's do it based on he's a man, so he has more responsibility. I was like, dude, he's 13, and after women like saying they mature quicker than most girls mature quicker than boys, but if that's true, then a girl in that situation is technically more mature than the boy is.
Yeah, and they're not. That's the thing, that they're having a rational thought process. They're rationalizing the result that they want. They want the woman to get off, so they're going to twist around and find any excuse. It doesn't matter whether it makes sense. They just have to say something that sounds enough like it makes sense to satisfy what they feel on an emotional level.
Yeah, they're going from the starting points at the end, not at the beginning. So they're trying to find, so it's just fucked up. It's like me saying, I can steal from you because your ancestors stole my ancestors and brought them to slavery, so I'm allowed to take reparations by stealing from you and doing all these crimes.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because the same crime you're talking about is stealing, and stealing will be wrong in any case. But it always depends on, I want to get away with it, so I'm going to justify all my horrible deeds so I feel satisfied at night and I can sleep well.
Well, at least we can guarantee you two things in life: death and taxes, right?
Guys fought for taxes. Now you guys are slaved by taxes. So.
Fuck taxes. Not gonna lie. Fuck taxes. But when it comes to women having no remorse, right? Have you guys seen a bunch of shows of women when they get caught doing something? Not only they visibly don't show any remorse, but they actually blame the man for her doing bad decisions.
Yeah, actually, like, if you want to telling, like, do they show remorse? There's footage of this one woman who was, and this is recent, sentenced to death for murdering her child. There ain't no fucking remorse on her face.
Wait, is that the one that said that SpongeBob told her to do it?
Didn't see that part.
Yeah, there's a story saying SpongeBob told her to kill her child. You look it up.
What the hell is all coming to? SpongeBob told you.
Accountability, bro. It's a woman's kryptonite.
That's just as good as.
Jeez.
The voices in my head tell me to do it.
But in the end, you know, when a man finds out that he's not the father of his child or his children, when you look at her face, stone cold. Stone cold.
Oh, okay. And now she'll make excuses like, you weren't taking care of me, you were always there. It's like, that's
the thing. It's like if they're not performing, they don't show any signs of caring.
Exactly.
Right.
Is that Briffault's law?
It's an act.
Pretty much when she doesn't get what she wants, the relationship doesn't take place anymore. She will already be looking for other potential suitors.
Honestly, that's probably why they don't like it when men shut down emotionally too. Because if they shut down emotionally, they've won in their eyes. Because that's the only time they do it. So if a man adopts that completely stoic, I don't give a fuck about anything look, they get scared because like, oh shit.
Oh, I've done that a few times. I've done it. I don't
I guess
argue. I don't yell. I don't get angry. I'm just I don't give a fuck. You know that
so they
the
become
females
afraid.
freak out.
So it's because they come afraid. Because as soon as a man doesn't care, it means that one, the guy wouldn't protect you, or he can kill you then because he doesn't care. Like I done it a few times. Like I was a really sadistic person when I was younger. I like to like harass people that were annoying to me. So if someone was getting on my nerves, I'll just cut off all emotions and just look at them and like, if you don't leave, you will regret this. And in the most monotone voice. And I looking straight into the eyes, and my eyes didn't. I just made sure I didn't have any emotions. And I told her, and they would leave because if you have emotions, that means you are conflicted in some sense of word. But if you're straight with it, they know that you're being serious and you're thinking clearly, which makes it even more dangerous because you're not out of control at the same time.
Yep, and that's what happened to me years ago, right? Well, a woman tried to step up to me that I was seeing. She tried to step up to me like I'm a grown ass dude, right? Like trying to confront me like she's some dude off the street. I didn't freak out. I didn't yell. I didn't get angry. I just went upstairs. I went to unplug my PS4, put it in my backpack, and I just left. I ignored her cries and her apologies. Fuck that. Ain't no woman gonna be trying to approach me like that, thinking that she can get away with that. Hell no. Because if I was any other dude, how much you want to bet she would have been on the news?
No, I think it'd be more on an episode of HMT.
Literally, literally, because it's like once you get to that point, your female privileges has expired.
Your free trial of life has expired.
But she is lucky that I have common sense and I actually care about my fucking future. You know, I didn't do no crazy shit. See, that's what a lot of women can't comprehend. Once a man is pushed to that certain point, it's not good at all. It's not good at all. And have you noticed that when a man truly gets pissed off, they like get that scared look in their eyes? When they're the one that encouraged that to happen, when a man gets like really mad.
Oh, it's not just them. I feel most people aren't very sure when men get angry because I was ready. I just guess like I seen and I have been in a situation when I snapped and I just let loose of a lot of pent up emotions and people around you will just freeze because they're not used to seeing people angry, like really angry. They've seen people being upset and pissy and so on, but when someone's truly angry, people are not used to it, and they know like something dangerous might happen. We all need to be alert because it could be me that's the next target or something like that. So everyone just quiets. I feel like there's two types of eyes that people are naturally afraid of. It's the dead eyes. When someone looks at you with dead eyes, it's just like, what's going on? You can't tell. Or crazy eyes, just filled with a lot of mixed emotions. To like, because you can't tell what's happening, but one, you don't know what's going to happen if they're going to attack you next. Or one, you know there's so much crazy shit happening at once. Anything could happen. So it's nothing's there or everything's there at the same time. And no mind can calculate what's going to happen next, so everyone just becomes frozen, trying to plan what's happening next.
And that's a very big thing in the black community as well. You guys already know the stereotypical insight when it comes to black women. But when a man truly gets pissed off, she wants to act all confused on why he's so mad.
Right, yeah. They push you and push you and push you and then when you snap, everybody's looking at you like, "Why? Who's this crazy guy?" But they don't click that. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
They can't comprehend a man's rage,
even though they should be able to.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah.
logical. Like men don't just snap for no reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's not normal. That's, you definitely got mental health issues. But majority of men, yeah, they definitely do not snap like that unless there's a reason to.
Quite frankly, if men did snap like that a lot more often, chances are people wouldn't fuck with them as much.
That is true.
Look at
That
them.
is true. But men are just, they ain't trying to deal with all the legal and going to jail and all that crazy shit.
And there's also the idea like I can endure this. I'm a man. I have more power, or it'll get better after a while. And after those ideas, it just builds up. So most guys probably have like a ticking time bomb on them, and they can set back the time, but the bomb's always going to be there. So it's just like, can you add more time onto the bomb, or will it explode quicker?
That's true. Let me add this person. I've never seen him before. Detroit who?
Puniti,
Puniti.
You do.
tuning in live from Detroit.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hold up. Hey, everybody say Puniti again. What the fuck was that?
Puniti.
E.D.
Jeez.
Puniti.
All right. So what do you have to say so far? Would you want to say anything to us or?
Yeah, you guys doing a great job. But with the current situation in the world right now, it's just fucking going ass backwards, man. I don't even recognize the community I grew up in anymore. Regarding the black community,
Yeah.
I don't realize it anymore. I don't recognize it anymore.
Do you believe the black community is beyond saving at this
Yes,
point?
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Why do you
I've been
say
saying
that?
that. I've had horrible experience in the black community as I've grown up in there.
Right.
I grew up with a single mother. She was just fucking crazy, dude. Just fucking crazy. I'm still trying to deprogram from all of this, man.
I hear you, man. Right there with you.
All the brainwashing the institutions, the schools have done. It's just not, something's not right. And I just can't put my hands on it.
So should black men just venture off and do their own thing and mess with women from other races?
Yeah, I support that. I definitely
agree
support
as well. I agree.
I definitely support that.
As a black man myself, believe me, I had
I
a way
definitely-
better experience dealing with women from other countries, other races.
Yeah, yeah. I've had bad experiences from both men and women of my community. So pretty much I've been ostracized from the community anyway because I won't toe the line. So it is what it is.
Hey, believe the backlash you got because you don't believe in the BLM bullshit.
Oh no! Oh God! Don't even get me started on that. I will start preaching to the choir.
No, wait, we got time, bro. We got time.
Oh, okay. Now, there's a lot of people I done lost. A lot of family members I done lost because my political opinions have gone what they say is far right. Okay, it is what it is. Look at what. Come on now. It's ridiculous. Communism, Marxism, critical race theory. What the fuck is all this shit?
Yeah, the fact they're pushing it onto children.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. And the teachers are telling the children to not tell the parents that they're learning critical race theory.
I read that online the other day. Believe it or not.
I'm like, why don't you want the parents to know?
Because something's up. Something is up.
And Under Chronic says black men be wary of white women. They love using the pigs against y'all. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. Yep, I agree.
Every white woman that was in my life, they had to go. Everybody had to go, man. Everybody had to go. I have nobody in my life now. So because I just simply cannot trust anybody now because things have gone so crazy over the last 3 years. It's like Who can I trust? Who can I trust?
Exactly. Me, I got to the conclusion that I don't mess with Western women in general. I if I do mess with women, it will be overseas. I've been overseas before, and believe me, it's a million times better. I fucking loved it. I'm talking about non-Western countries.
I wish I had the money to go, but like I said, I mean, I'm on the lower end of the totem pole, so I mean,
Hey,
it is what it is.
Hey, someday
Someday,
in the
though.
future, man. Someday.
Yeah. Someday in the future, though.
Because I'm telling you, man, I was actually able, as a black man, to put my guard down. I was able to let my guard down and actually have a good time. That was, as an African American in today's society, that was a
Yeah.
once in a lifetime experience, and I loved every second of it. Yeah, man. That what'd you say?
It's almost as if when I'm around other races, I can always put my guard down, but I can't put my guard down around my own people. Really?
No, and the fact that I remember when I was younger, I got clowned just for knowing bigger words than them. Oh,
I still get clowned to this damn day, man. Fuck these.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, you trying to be like them white boys, huh? You trying to
Yeah.
go to them colleges?"
Hey,
huh?
I just got it down there at the 7-Eleven not too long ago. So.
Right? Talking about, you trying to, you talking white, huh? I'm like,
They always call me bougie. They always call me bougie. So I mean, whatever that is.
I read books. Do you read books? What the fuck? Like, what are you talking about?
No, it's all in this hookah shit. Dumb shit.
Dumb shit. Like they trying to fight and die for a corner that they don't even own. They don't like it when you say that though. They hate that shit.
They don't want to take accountability.
Exactly.
That's the biggest problem in this community. Lack of accountability. See, I work at a place in Midtown where they deal with a lot of underage children, and I see some of my family members come in. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
It is beyond embarrassing.
It's yeah. All I can do is just turn away. I can't even say anything to these people. First of all, you're not allowed to say anything to the client anyway. But
Oh, and Lionel McTow, I did watch your video. I watched a video about community minded. All right, you're 100% correct. All right, when it comes to these black men in the manosphere, quote unquote manosphere, which I don't know if I'm even part of that at this point, but let's say the manosphere, right? These black content creators, they want to say, oh, they're for the community. I'm community minded. Yet they're
community minded. The community minded. You know what? It sounded more like they just trying to make everybody accept communism in a whole differently worded package.
They just want you to donate money to them because
No,
they're
I'm
so
not donating
community minded.
shit. I'm not donating shit.
Also community minded, bro, but the videos they put out are the exact opposite of community minded. I'm like, really? Like, you're dogging black men. Yeah, you're calling out black women, but you go extra further and dog them. How is that being community minded? I thought you were trying to bring the black community together.
They don't want to bring the black community together because it's the same shit. It's the same shit. The same goddamn leaders in the same communities in the same churches who don't do shit. They don't do shit. They just slap the finger, well, not slap the finger, but slap a hand and say, "Don't do it again," and the same bullshit keeps happening.
Yep, over and over. That's been our issue for the last 70 years.
The leaders in this community are useless, absolutely useless.
And especially letting feminism and alphabet community infiltrate the churches.
Yep.
I'm like,
and I can tell you what they got influenced by. White liberals.
Yep. I agree 1,000,000%, man.
And it's not the conservatives. It's not the conservatives. It's the liberals.
No. Liberals, yeah, definitely liberals. I agree. They act all shocked when men in general, but more specifically, black men are walking out of the churches and not coming back.
I haven't been to church in over 25 years.
Well, to be fair, the white conservatives are cucked pretty thoroughly, so they're basically moderate liberals.
Yeah, but I can
Makes
say
sense.
like it's like a flippant experiment, and because I'm not from America, I can see much more than you guys can, I guess, because you guys lived there for most of your life. But everyone sees it as like, well, I see it because my their house. I can't really speak for everyone, but it's like the term probably black people will be at the bottom for in American standard because they just seem like the worst. And after it goes from that to Hispanics, and after white people, and after be the Asians, and the Jewish people probably be higher than you guys. And it's just like that's how most people see American
Jewish
are, like,
people will probably be on top.
yeah, Jewish and Asian people are seen as much more like if they're from America, to be seen as much more
Desirable.
civilized. They're literally is civilized, and like the black people and white people and Hispanics be like seen as like the dumb lot. Like what they get, what we see is that you guys promote is that people from the cities are smart, and now the people from outside are dumb. And after they'd be like the black people are always criminals, and after the Hispanics are with them all the time being criminals too, and after there's always a bunch of dumbass white guys with them, and it's an experiment to make. I feel like it's an experiment to make you guys dumb as possible, and
It
it's
is.
being promoted to everyone around the world, and we're seeing it as like shit. We don't want your influence on us, but at the same time, your influence is so great that it's spreading around the world. It's already in like Europe now, and it's spreading to like the East, and that's probably like why China and Russia tried to ban anything that had.
And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. All the shit coming from here.
Yeah,
It's coming
Well,
from the Americas.
if it's not straight from America, it's from places that are like vassal states of America, like South
Yeah.
Korea.
Yeah. Yeah, or like satellite states.
Yeah.
All right, I see what you guys are saying. I definitely do, but I agree with what Detroit Who is saying. It is definitely beyond saving. It's been beyond saving for a very long time, just because back in the 1960s or late 1960s, the black women, they replaced the fathers of the home with the government because they believe that they can get the exact same benefits without having to give anything in return.
And it all started with Lyndon Baines Johnson. Kennedy's body wasn't even fucking cold before he signed that shit.
Which is insane. I'm like, bro, did you even read through it? I don't think you even had time to even read through it.
Maybe you could have.
I think Kennedy. See, I was born 21 years on the day he died. So, I think Kennedy. I think they had something in store for him. I think it was a hijack. This country was hijacked then.
Well, they said the CIA was involved or something like that.
I'm quite sure they were. I wouldn't put it past them. My mom always said the government was dirty.
And how, see, just the great transition from the 1960s to the 1990s is insane, especially when they were pumping drugs into the hoods.
How the music changed. Notice how the music changed during that time frame.
Oh man! Oh lordy!
Notice how all the TV shows started to change in that time frame.
Yeah, dramatically, like crazy, and not for
Now that I look
good
back
reason.
on it, it's glaringly obvious. It's glaringly obvious. I was just brainwashed all these years. I mean, shit. It was blatantly obvious then.
They
Hell.
wanted this to happen.
Yeah. And don't even get me started on the Clinton.
Oh,
And Biden and his goddamn 94 bill. Because all three of them were complicit. All three of them.
I'm surprised Sleepy Joe is still in office. I'll give it one more year.
One more year.
Yeah. Before they invoke the 25th Amendment. and then have Kamala Harris.
I'm not
the new
voting for no
president.
woman. I'm not voting for no woman. Sorry, I'm not voting for no
But
woman.
I think she'll be automatically be put in that position because she's vice president.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's gonna be fucked up.
God.
It's gonna be fucked because she doesn't even have to be voted in.
No, she automatically becomes vice president once the regular president is either killed or incapacitated
Yes, which is pretty much.
or unable to do his duties.
And you guys already see he's going senile since before his presidency.
Can you imagine being the dude that has to give her the nuclear codes, looking at her like, "Don't fuck this up! Don't you fuck this up, bitch!"
Yeah, you say, "Oops," click. Like it's gonna be bad, and people are like, "Oh, why are you voting for Biden, man? You know Trump's a racist." Blah blah blah. I am a hardcore Trump supporter. Okay,
Same. My sister threatened to disown me if I said I supported Trump. I held my peace because I didn't want to lose it, but at this point now, I pretty much banished everybody from my life, so I don't really give a shit.
Hey, why y'all putting 2 in the chat? What the fuck did I miss?
What now?
They're putting 2 in the chat. Why y'all putting 2 in the chat?
Can I take a minute to respond to that guy's comment about the Catholic Church? If it's all right with you.
Soon. Why y'all putting 2 in the chat? What did I miss? Did you guys see it?
Nah,
No, I'm kind of lost.
Why y'all putting fucking 2 in the chat? That's fucking weird. Why y'all going all cult on me?
Yeah.
All right, 2 is not the magic number. It's 3.
This is free.
Yeah.
That was 4.
Why y'all putting 2 in the chat?
So I guess
Anyway.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, I don't know why they're putting 2 in the chat. It's fucking weird. What's it called? Fish got noobs. You said you had something to say about the Catholic Church?
I just want to respond to this comment. You call me Fish, man. Yeah, he was saying that he can't go back, and I've recently left the Catholic Church, and I found this guy's church. It's called Robert Breaker. You can look him up on YouTube. He also has his own website and stuff.
Yeah.
The Cloud Church. And when he talks about righteous indignation, I would say that this particular guy, he's not like a cucked church or anything, but I'm not going to say that he's like perfect on that aspect. But when he talks about righteous indignation and things like that, I would suggest everybody check him out. If you're, want some spirituality, some Christ or something, go check him out.
Well, I wouldn't go to the church anyway because the fact that they're contradicting themselves 24/7 with all this nonsense instead of following the Bible, which they should have been following religiously, because that's what
he's missionary.
Well, that's the thing. They can't follow the Bible because then they'd lose their tax exempt status. They're just another branch of the government right now.
Yeah.
The church is not separated from the state anymore.
No,
Nope.
not at all.
Oh, why do you think they call governments the beast in the Bible?
Shit, it's getting to that point with all the metaverse and the chips coming in and the Bitcoin.
Well, Revelation, I don't see Revelation as one specific event. I see it as multiple events of how civilizations die. Because you can look throughout history, and every time a civilization dies, everything that happens in Revelation naturally happens. So I see like Revelation as documenting how a civilization will go from the start where it's flourishing to how it dies. And it's
Hey, give me
always
one
happening.
second. I'm gonna let Alan Herman back in right quick.
Okay.
Alan Herman, what you got
Yo.
to say?
So I just wanted to clarify why everybody's putting 2 in the chat. So turns out Soviet Sage is a real communist. I have the screenshots to prove it. Well, anyways, he's trying to convince everybody communism works. So the 2s are in the chat are for communism doesn't work. 1 in the chat for if communism works.
Well,
So that's why everybody's spamming 2s.
Yeah, communism
Buddha.
works if you want to get thousands of people dead.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, I don't
depends
know
on
how, like,
what result
This
you
dude
want.
thinks communism really works.
Boot this motherfucker from the chat. Boot him from the chat.
I had a conversation with him. Apparently, he agrees with us when it comes to like women, but he doesn't agree with us when it comes to like politics. He's like, no, communism works. And he straight up told me he supports BLM, he supports
Bam.
Antifa. I have the screenshot.
Okay. I just have one question to ask. Does he know as soon as communism happened, Russia was so amoral that shit was happening that they didn't want to know anyone to know? Russia became a hellscape that they had to enforce technically the 10 commandments back into the place so that people could be flipping civilized. They were lazy, barbaric monsters.
Like, I was actually helping this dude get in shape, and then when he told me he supported BLM and Antifa, I blocked him. Like, no, I don't fuck with that shit.
But hey, I gotta keep it real. I gotta make it understandable to the chat. All right, this communism bullshit is bullshit. Why do you think communism never succeeded? Because let's look at reality of things. There's no such thing as true equality.
And people don't work for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. That's why I don't get how like certain people like this are like, no, you guys, communism works. That wasn't real No, communism doesn't fucking work.
Never has, never will.
But I'm gonna jump off. I just wanted to clarify why everybody's spamming twos.
All right, thank you for clarifying, man.
All right, see you guys. Puniti.
Okay, like Detroit, you were talking about how your sister was arguing with you about Donald Trump. I kind of had the same situation, but I was just talking about in general because we're not in America, so we don't really have anything that's direct there. My family, I guess I'm lucky because when I was like, I think I was 19, I told my mom I'm not going to get married. And I just told her straight. And she's like, why? And I was like, have you seen what's happening? And I just showed her a video. I'm not sure who I was watching at the time. And she's like, yeah, that's true. And it's like, damn. My mom's like in her 40s. So she was like, yeah, it's true. And it's like, and she's Christian, so that probably helps a lot.
Yeah, my mom was.
Yeah. But she's like, her family, she was raised by her grandmother who was like, she died like, I feel like 5 years ago or so. And she was like 90 at the time. It was 95. So she was really old school and trained in that way. So I guess I'm lucky that way. So she knows all the shit that's happening. And I was like, I don't trust the government. And she doesn't trust the government too. So I guess like, I'm lucky to not have a completely fuck over like a mother. So she was like, yeah, me and my brother was like, we're not going to get married. All the women now are delusional or crazy. And it's really hard to find a decent woman. And she was like, okay. And if I tell my sister that, she'll get upset because she works for like the police force there. And it's like, okay, I don't respect that, but you can do what you want to do and so on. And she's like, if I say something, she get into an argument. She's feminist because most women are feminists just by the indoctrination of everything that they watch, be it media, the music, just schools, workplace. Like it's enforced into everyone's mind to have this certain belief. And anytime like I think I was watching like this new Disney movie, and after like she came up with the idea like all the women are having trouble because the men were lazy. Like what the fuck? I was like, that's not true. So like I think that most people, to some degree, you can have decent family, but it's rarely going to be hard. It's like you're gonna have that family that has really old foundations, and their foundations are strong and not like completely fucked, or you're going to have to build a new family because now everyone's being like, you can say 60 years of indoctrination through feminism and communist ideas just being seeping in.
Yep.
People want to be comfortable. That's the whole point of life. They want to be comfortable and flourish. Communism sounds like a good idea, but it's just impossible.
It sounds like a good idea until you realize, hey, so I'm going to work harder and get less for it.
Yep, and humans, we don't deal with that very well. Why am I doing way more fucking work and this motherfucker is sitting on his ass like a lazy piece of shit and we get paid the same resources or currency?
And most of the useful idiots that support communism think that, oh, I'll be making like pro furry podcasts to support the cause. Like, nah, bitch, you going in the mines. You do not decide where society wants you to work. Society decides where society wants you to work.
Well,
At least the communist one, anyway.
And society says you're going to work in the mines till your body fucking breaks. But comrade, I supported the cause. Well, you're going to keep fucking supporting the cause until your body falls apart.
Exactly.
And if you don't follow our cause, we're just going to shoot you in the head. Simple as that.
And then feed you to the others because we're out of food.
Well, I guess you could say.
Oh no, continue, carry on.
You could guess you say communism is the same thing that it's the same aspect that women don't have regret for when stuff happens because they're children. Communists want to be treated by children by the government, and women are treated by children by the government and everyone around them. So if they make a mistake, it's sorry, I didn't. It's sorry. It's like it's not really. See, it's like I'm sorry that I inconvenienced you and I'm getting in trouble now, but. Like I made some mistakes, and they always come to my head as like, am I a good person because I made those mistakes before? And it's like, no one knew like I was fine. I was like, no one told me I was in trouble, but I knew I did something wrong, and it was always like nagging on me like I fucked up. I made a mistake there, and it's always gonna haunt me because I made a real serious mistake, and it's just always gonna be in my mind running like, if I didn't do that, I could have been in a better place. If I didn't do that. A lot of things would be better in general. It's like I feel like most men have an internal thought where they can review their lives and see like if I didn't do that thing, did I need to do it, or did it just feel good for that time? Like I just wanted to hit him because he was annoying me, but should I hit him? Like I don't feel like most women have internal.
It's called having a conscience, my dude. You know. It's called having a conscience and reflecting on yourself. That's normal.
Children have that.
No, that's interesting question though. Sorry, interesting question though. Like, is that because like that's something that, well, actually, like men seem to be able to do that. Like, they don't even necessarily need to be taught how to do that per se. Can women do that? Like, does it come naturally to them, or do they just appear to do it?
They appear to do it, in my opinion.
But could it also be society's allowing them not to mature properly?
That's the thing, but like historically, throughout our evolution, would that ever really benefit them? Because that really only benefits someone who has the ability to make the choices, has the agency in them. And throughout most of history, women have just had to go along with whoever's the strongest in the area.
Yep. And not only choices, but they have to bear the responsibilities as well.
But women still had a responsibility. So what if a woman fed a child the wrong food and it died?
But is the woman's responsibility greater than the man's responsibility?
I will never say it is greater than a man's. That's not possible from what we've seen. In a totally different world where evolution took a drastic change, like hyenas, probably then, but hyenas have more testosterone than or female hyenas have more testosterone than their male counterparts. So maybe testosterone has something to do with that aspect too. Because a lot of weak men don't seem to review what they've done, and they act like children, like, oh, I did this, oh, my bad. And it's like, you don't really feel bad or sorry for it. It's just like, you're just saying that so you can get away with it, and no one, it's like, you can say, I said sorry for what I did. It's like, but your sorry was insincere because you didn't actually review and look on yourself and see what actions you took that were a mistake.
Okay.
Not true. It could be hormone related. Because I just think like there's definitely no denying that there's a bunch of men that don't do that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's every man and woman is responsible for the depths of their own conscience and how much of their own narcissism they let come out. Like it's a personal thing. I don't think it's so much. I say there's factors between the sexes, but as just like a general, it's kind of about everybody's responsible for their own, no matter what gender you are.
But before I continue with the last topic, right? You already know what time it is. It's show time. Okay. If you want to support my channel or the Warband in general, please click on the link that I have pinned on top of the chat and donate to paypal.me/SirYeetus. Okay. 100% of the donation will be going towards the production of the channel or anything that the Warband needs. All right. You see my cool GIF. You see the cool background photo that I have in the chat room. It's because of you guys' donations. All right. I definitely appreciate any money that you guys donate because it will just help me and help the Warband approve our message. Thank you. Okay. Detroit, who? You was going to say something.
Yeah. I kind of lost track while I was rolling my blunt, but yeah. Shit.
About responsibility and narcissism.
Yes, that. There's a lot of people nowadays that refuse to take accountability for their actions. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of them. And honestly, it's getting old. It's really getting old.
I agree. I definitely agree 1,000,000%. But let's go to our final topic, right?
All right.
So right now it's 2022. So do you believe it's crucial for a man in 2022 to go his own way more than ever?
Given what is likely to happen within the next decade, if not sooner, yes. Men do not have a luxury of time nor an abundance of resources to fuck around anymore.
Because our governments
agree. What'd you say?
Our governments are trying to take it out. Our governments are trying to take it all away from us. But we're the ones who are keeping them in power.
Yep, keeping them afloat.
Yeah. Because we took all this shit away.
But that's the thing. Even with every man working as he has been and not going his own way, the shit is going to fall apart soon.
Cracks are already showing. It's probably too late.
It's definitely too late. It's just a question of how soon does it happen, right? And you're going to get many different opinions on exactly when. But men do not have time to, you don't have the luxury of time to pay off a debt that you'd rack up nowadays. You don't have the luxury of thousands of dollars to throw at a woman or a marriage or a bunch of children.
Nope.
You don't, and you're going to need to be mobile. Your chances of survival are going to go way up if you don't have extra mouths to feed.
No, I don't have kids. So, like I said, I've been to already a couple of states in my lifetime, Alabama, Louisiana, all them good old southern places. But, like I said, I don't have kids. So I can pack up if I wanted to and I could move. Because really, that's really honestly what I'm considering doing right now is packing up and moving.
And don't get me wrong, I would have loved to have kids. All right. Yeah. Most men will love to have kids. It's just in today's society and how things are going out, men are not having kids out of self-preservation.
Yeah.
And that's even if it wasn't for all the laws, chances are you have kids in the coming time. There's say this happens within the next 10 years. Let's be kind of generous for a second. That means that if you found a woman and had a kid today, then that is going to be a 9-year-old child that you're going to have to try and survive with. It's one thing if you had a 10-year-old now, or one who's an 11-year-old or something, because then they'd be a teenager. But if your kid is not even going to hit puberty by the time you've got to potentially kill people to survive, that's not really something that's going to boost chances of survival for either of you.
Yep. Right now, I would not want to put kids on Earth currently based on the situation, because if shit does hit the fan, that's extremely unfair to bring that child to the world at this moment.
Yeah, I feel really bad for my two nephews and my nieces. I have a really big family, but like I said, all them kids growing up in the dysfunctional family that is my biological family. Honestly, I just can't help but to feel bad for them. They're not going to have a chance.
Nope. And if they
None
do,
of these young boys none of them are going to have a chance.
I'm saying if they do have a chance, is that they somehow able to grow up into their adulthood, like young adulthood, like 18 or 19, they are going to be the ones that will have to navigate through this new world, this new society, if shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
You know, which
Sure.
why I see why a lot of men lately, yes, a lot of men lately are preferring males over girls right now.
And I don't even have a male in my life.
I mean, to be fair, Bussy can't get pregnant.
Yes, and a man is able to defend himself and or his family if need be.
Yeah, there's no time. You got to go your own way. There's just no time.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you have a son right now, shit hits the fan. You know, the son's old enough. He'd be way more capable of defending himself or his family compared to the daughter.
Yeah. Like, I think if you do have a son right now, take him camping. Every opportunity, take him camping.
Yes.
With the minimal amount of amenities as he can tolerate.
Teach him the best basics. Build a fire. Hunt. All that shit.
Yeah, none of this fucking heading out and you're going to a campsite in an RV where you got an AC and electricity.
No, straight up, the worst comes to worst is just straight up 10. Hell, teach him how to build a shelter.
Yeah.
Because like what my dad told me, once I'm dead and gone, you're on your own. You know, it's harsh, but that's life, you know. And I'm glad that he said that to me when I was younger, around 11 or 12. Like,
I wish my dad would taught me that.
Right, exactly, because my dad's like, hey, you know, I only have so much time on Earth at this point. Like, who knows what's going to happen to me? If something happens to me, you got to do things on your own by yourself. Yeah, you have other family members, but they aren't willing to help you like I will or your mom will. So it's a big reason why I'm teaching you how to fish. I'm teaching you how to create a fire. I'm teaching you to, you know, do this and do that, how to navigate through the woods and all that other crazy shit. Because there will be that time where once I'm gone, you have to figure it out on your own. It's the unfortunate fact of life when it comes to being a man.
And honestly, I'd say that for anyone in the Warband listening, this summer, make a point of setting aside at least one weekend, fuck off into the woods with the minimal amount you can carry, and just go the entire weekend out there in the woods, minimal amount of amenities, just to get a feel for it.
Damn, I might have to go all the way to Georgia for that. Shit.
Also have a, you know, I need to get the fuck out of here bag.
Bug out bag, yeah.
Yeah, bug out bag, yeah. I have a bug out bag. Just in case shit go just in case things go to shit very quickly. Have a bag ready to go.
If you got a vehicle, have an extra jerry can of fuel, because you don't know what state your fuel tank's going to be in. Like if the fuel trucks stop coming in all of a sudden.
Exactly. You see how easy shit got disrupted in Canada? Imagine if the U.S. did the same thing.
Well, they need to.
You know.
They need to.
I agree. I agree, 1,000,000%.
January 6th was
Make
nuts.
sure you use code words. Sorry, I don't want Susan to aim down at my channel.
The eye of Susan is upon the Warband.
Yeah, use code words. Don't use the obvious words.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I definitely do agree. It's crazy how BLM is considered to be peaceful protesters. Are you fucking kidding me?
Those people
You
do
know,
not
I really,
speak for me. They do
Yeah.
not speak for me. They do not speak for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we know that. We know it's 90% fucking white people anyway.
well, you know what kind of really spoke to me in this whole like thing is the Rittenhouse gets like $1 million bail, and that Waukesha dude who ran over like 50 people and 8 kids gets like $1,000 bail.
Let's just
So-
say I wasn't that far. Yeah,
Which
Hey,
one?
what's
I
the bail?
was able to visit
Okay.
the aftermath.
Yeah, it's that screams to me.
Yeah,
It screams to me.
You know what's
That's
really
so
strange?
fucked.
You know what's really strange? How
What's
they
up?
letting all these criminals out on bail how they letting all these criminals out on bail and arresting the people who protested.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
you got to make room for the political prisoners.
Ah,
And I do agree. Keep a bug out bag in your vehicle just in case you can't go back home.
I'm
I
heading to
definitely
the
agree.
Philippines, man, because there's no winter and wild fruits pretty much grow everywhere. So I figure that's a good place to start, right? So,
Actually, make sure you have a bicycle in case the roads get fucking swamped and you need to move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bicycles will be your best friend.
well, I'm
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
in the city to start, and then the plan is to like maybe meet a nice farm girl or something and move out to the boonies to get
Well,
out of the city.
I won't be in the States most likely when it happens.
I gotta get out of here though. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
It depends on what happens the next few years, but the next few years, I definitely will not be here.
I'm planning to be
I'm-
out
I'm-
before the next election.
Yeah, I'm still going to make content. Don't get me
Most
wrong.
likely. Most likely same here.
And I'm probably not going to be able to. I don't see a path for me to be able to leave, so I got to figure out how to get further out into the wilderness and
I
survive
say
there.
scrap money like crazy and get a ticket, plane ticket.
If that's possible, I'm definitely saving as much scratch as I can this year.
Yeah,
Making a lot of cuts.
Currently,
Yeah.
I saved around $600 this month. So by next year or a couple years, it'd be more than enough for me to, bug out.
Yeah, and my objective's $5,000 squirreled away by the end of the year.
So, so all you guys agree that hey, right now more than ever, men need to go their own way.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
like it's really the only financially and survivally. I don't know what the proper word, but
Strategy.
if you want, no, like emphasis on survival. Anyway, point is, if you want to survive and you don't want to be broken out on the street, it's the only logical pathway forward.
Self-preservation.
Because at this point, society is way beyond it. Like you guys see what's happening in the media and all that crazy shit.
Social collapse.
I guess it was beyond saving a while ago. It's just now it's a lot more obvious.
Once it hit 2011, I think that's when it just went downhill. I know it happened long before, but I think 2011 is the beginning of the end, in my opinion.
I could
I
even say, I say like chances are 2008 would have been kind of that major point.
Yeah, the recession, yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
that's where like we really haven't left that recession. It's just been bouncing around to different factors.
Yeah.
That was really the last time that you had the opportunity to make really big money.
What do you have to say, Detroit Who?
9/11 was when everything actually went off the rails.
Yeah, like they really, whether it's a conspiracy or not, I can definitely tell the panic of the federal government.
Yep.
Okay, which is why I don't really believe it was a conspiracy, kind of, because
Well,
they
there's-
really with the unless it was just, hypothetically, just the president and a few other people, but everybody else they were scrambling like what the fuck is going on?
No, there's conspiratorial elements to it. There's definitely some of it that is being hidden and stuffed away. But as for the entire thing to be pre-planned and organized, I don't really buy that.
No, I definitely doubt that unless they planned this for years.
How about do you could maybe more entertain the notion that they knew it was going to happen and they let it happen so they could justify all this crap.
They
Hey,
probably
you guys-
knew
Hey,
something like that would happen.
Quick question: can you guys hear me from over here?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
I can. You
Can
come
you guys hear me pretty well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm pretty far away from the mic. I just had to make sure. Okay.
No, same volume, literally.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue. My bad.
Well, I was asking you, do you think that's possible that they saw it going to happen and then they
Yeah,
just let
that's
it
a
go down?
possible,
They-
that's a possible option right there.
Well,
They
Bill
probably saw
Clinton did-
something like that happen, but did they know exactly where it would strike
Oh.
and when it would strike? Probably not.
Bill Clinton had the chance to take out Osama.
Not even-
Look it up. He had a chance.
Yeah.
I've seen theories like Osama was like supposedly a CIA plant or some crazy shit. I don't know.
Supposedly, unfortunately, we don't have concrete evidence. You know, which is weird. You know, when he was eliminated, we weren't able.
We didn't
to,
get the body. Yeah, that was suspicious.
But their excuse was they didn't want to make Osama a martyr.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
bullshit.
if they didn't want to do that, then they would have left him alive.
Right. So it's a
American
weird
people deserve to see
situation.
it.
Very weird. But right now, when it comes to men, it frustrates me how all these simps, especially simps that are Chad and Tyrones, yes, there are Chad Tyrones, there are simps. Very small percentage, but they're out there. They really believe that, there's a woman out there that's different. They really believe that society can bounce back.
Like at this point, you can't stop it. You can't save them. You just gotta focus on looking after yourself. And it's like, hey, now you know where the fucking ammo drops are. Now you know like who's gonna have the resources, who's gonna be fucked up.
So am I the bad guy for cracking open a cold one, cooking a couple of ribeye steaks, chilling with my dog while society collapses?
That you even have the moral conscience to care, shit means you're better than me. So
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't care at this point. I really wouldn't.
like
I'm done.
How would they give a fuck? Why would I care about society if they give a fuck about us?
No, they care about you.
Yeah,
Just
that's
the way
what,
that you're cattle and you're productive.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Keep it
They
alive.
give a shit about me, who I was as a person. Why would I give a fuck
no,
about?
no, quite frankly, like we treat cattle better than we treat men.
True.
Man, that's fucked.
Like, he ain't wrong, Cattle have way better treatment. Way better treatment.
Well, you ever like see a video of homeless people or something? Maybe the homeless person's got a dog, and these ladies are like more concerned about the damn dog than the person that's on the street. They're like, "Is the dog eating okay? Well, I'm on the street."
Yeah,
bitch."
I'm gonna be honest. I find it weird when people have more connections to animals than actual humans.
Yeah.
I understand you can build a connection with animals, but in the end of the day, that animal is still a tool. If you're really hungry, I'm definitely going to eat the dog first.
Oh,
You're not wrong.
all right.
Wow. That's a good way of thinking of it.
But carry on. We're gonna start dying down this chill stream. Do you have anything to say to the Warband before we head out?
Well, what can I say? Just have to get physically in shape, which I'm trying to do, and prepare mentally. Try and get as much information you can about everything that will be important if society collapses in any form or fashion. Also, what else can you actually do? You just need to improve your body and mind. That's like the key aspects. Besides
Just
that,
focus on you.
yeah. Besides that, you can't really fix anything else. Just try and improve yourself, and if you can probably pick up a few people that are broken along the way and fix them, you can try to, but if they're just gonna struggle to be mediocre, you have to leave them. There's no point of wasting your time on someone that wants to say who they are and what they are.
I agree, man. Thank you for joining the live stream, and there will be another one tomorrow.
Puniti.
Puniti. That fish got nukes. You're next. What do you have to say to the Warband about the topic or anything else?
Just working on yourselves. Keep swimming. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
All right, man. Peace out, Puniti. Let's go. Don't worry. I'm gonna get you guys to say Puniti in the future because you guys don't sound pretty enthusiastic to say that. I don't know why. You know.
It's always a question of like, when exactly does one say Puniti? Is it as soon as someone else says Puniti? But when you're signing off, is it just kind of a
when you're signing off? That is literally the Warband chant. Puniti.
Puniti.
But Detroit Who, what do you have to say to the Warband about the topic or anything else?
Anything else? It was a joy being on you guys here tonight. Sometime I'll be on in the future. But, I'm signing off. Puniti.
Puniti. All right, Gray. It's all up to you, man. What do you have to say to the Warband?
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to send a little gift here. Yeetus, if you could repost this link in chat. Since I can't send like physical exercise or free weights, this is stuff for the mind. It is a open library of books, all like PDF, EPUB, whatever format you want. I use it all the time. There's open download limits. It's got stuff on every topic. Like,
do I share it to the chat or just me?
The chat. I think the chat could find it useful, but honestly, I just pass this around to anyone who I think would benefit from it, because it's got books on every topic. So pick those up, download them, keep them safe, because you lose internet access. Like having a bunch of that stuff saved on your phone or a USB drive or your laptop, like you might not be able to store it all in your brain case, but we won't be able to look up anything online when shit hits the fan. So
it's all good, man. Is there anything else you want to say, or
50 push-ups every day? Aim for that first. See how high you can go.
50 push-ups, yeah, that's very reasonable. Get that upper body strength. Hell yeah. All right, great.
And okay, and then one more thing.
Oh, what's up?
For actual muscle growth, what I personally found is if you can do more than 15 reps before failure, it's time to make it more difficult. Either add more weight or change the angle to make it more difficult. If you can't do 8, lower the difficulty until you can do more.
Yep, that's definitely a good plan. You heard that, chat? That's definitely something you need to do, especially for a beginner.
8 to 15 reps is the sweet spot. I saw a lot of gains in a very short period of time as a beginner following that.
I do 1 minute till failure. That's what I do. But hey, man, once again, thank you for joining the chat. There definitely will be no live stream tomorrow, unless something changes, because, you know, a lot of pretty much all the Warband is streaming now, so you got like 5 different options. Thank you for joining, man, and Puniti,
brother.
woo. And it's just me, gentlemen. This was just a chill stream where we just talk about random stuff. We talked about fitness. We talked about how women literally have no remorse when it comes to their bad decisions and behaviors. And finally, we talked about how it is crucial today in 2022 how you need to go your own way, because at this point in this time and space and society, it is not worth it. It is not worth it and bust your butt, okay? It's not. We are not gonna tolerate that bullshit when it comes to the divorce and family courts. The more you realize, the better. Okay, because once you say, "Hey, I am a lot better off single," oh man, your life is gonna improve like crazy. I can't even explain how your life is gonna improve. Just say, "Hey, I'm just gonna focus on me. I don't need to worry about no no woman, let alone kids." Okay, I don't need to worry about no woman, no kids, no nothing. Just me. Just imagine how much your life is gonna improve. Think on that, gentlemen. Think on that. Thank you for joining episode 59 of Sir, not Sir, but Yeetus' Thoughts. Hopefully, you guys got your daily dose of red pills. And I am out. Peace.